I think we are live.
We are indeed.
Sweet.
Good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever.
Alright, just getting some things straightened out here.
Welcome, one and all.
Hello, everyone. I am AnthonyCaliber, and on the other mic is Dino.
Nobody has ever introduced me as being on the mic.
Well, this is what, our third or fourth time doing this? Just throwing it for a loop, trying different things. Alright, this is The Last of Us. Came out in 2013 and was remastered a year later on the PlayStation 4, which is the version we're doing. And we're going to be doing New Game, Grounded, and Glitchless. There isn't any % category, but actually let me make this under a save file in case something happens. So I can just load it.
While Anthony is doing that, as is always the case with any video game, we start with a cutscene, so we might as well just go through that now.
Good call.
We're about to be introduced to a little girl called Sarah, and that opening cutscene is Sarah staying up very, very late at night to wait for her dad to come home. Her dad being the single parent Joel. And she stayed up at night to give him his birthday present, which is a watch. And that's about all you need to know.
Yep.
For now.
Yep, so I'll explain most of the strats. This game is most known for its story, so Dino's going to help with that. And timer starts... Well, I control the timer here. When we skip the first cutscene, so here we go, and... There we go. Alright, so, like we were saying, Grounded is the hardest of the 5 difficulties. You have Easy, Normal, Hard, Survivor, and Grounded. It's actually a DLC difficulty, so if you want to play Grounded on PlayStation 3, you actually have to buy the difficulty. But on Remastered, everything is included for free. And it's treated as its own separate category because it is very, very different compared to the other categories.
What was that all?
Now, don't blink or you're going to miss all this wonderfully unbelievable immersive gameplay. Look how fast we're moving here.
Anthony, you love this game, don't you?
Oh, it's so... No.
What was that?
It's my favorite game ever. But I gotta tell you, when you play this game fast, it kind of breaks a little. A lot. Actually, a whole lot. We'll get into that later. This is a glitchless run. There is an any % category, which is like 20 minutes faster. You can go out of bounds, chapter skipping. Good stuff.
Sarah,
really good stuff.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be doing the glitchless category. It's the most limiting category.
No,
Hardest difficulty, new game, nothing's upgraded.
Stand
And
back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out.
Glitchless.
What's going on?
It's the Coopers.
And everybody...
Unlike any other level in this game, there are quite a few differences. One of them, well, we'll go through the differences as the game continues. One of the most noticeable is the fact that you don't have a HUD. You don't know what you've got.
Yeah, on Easy, Normal, Hard, and Survivor, on the bottom right, there's a heads-up display, which shows off your health, how many bullets you have left in a magazine, how many shiv uses you have, how many melee weapon hits you have left. That's all gone on Grounded, so you have to guess. You can use the color of your controller to get a general idea of how much health you have, but you gotta memorize that. And there's also checkpoints where you get all of your health back regardless of how much you had. And yeah, there's a lot to this category, and I'll remember what to say as it comes up. Like, the big difference with Grounded and the other difficulties is damage.
Yeah, sure thing.
Damage given. So on Grounded is like the closest thing it comes to you dying in one hit.
Shut up.
Like,
Where to go?
a pistol will kill you in 3 hits, a revolver in 2 hits, a rifle in 2 hits, El Diablo in 2 hits. The sniper can kill you in 1 hit in the suburbs. Melee weapon will kill you in 2 hits. You know, it really, and shotguns will kill you instantly, whether you have full health or not. And in terms of damage given, Grounded is like the most different. Easy through Survivor. A pistol will down an enemy in 3 hits, a revolver and rifle in 2 hits. An arrow will kill someone in 2 hits if they're already alerted. On Grounded, your guns are more powerful to compensate for the harder difficulty. Pistol will down in 2 hits, revolver and rifle will down in 1 hit if they're not wearing armor. So it's,
I hope that son of a bitch made it out.
yeah, it's the most different, which warrants its own category. And what else? There's a bunch more. We pick up stuff throughout the run. For bombs, we pick up blades, binding, rags, alcohol, explosive, and sugar to craft things like shivs, nail bombs, smoke bombs, molotovs, and med kits, and even upgrading a melee weapon. And we also pick up parts and supplements.
Keep driving.
The parts are used to upgrade Joel's weapons, and the supplements are used to upgrade something within Joel, like weapon sway, listen mode distance, healing, max health, healing speed, crafting speed. This run, we only use 1 crafting table, and we only use the supplements once. We're going to upgrade weapon sway at around like the hour mark, hour and 10 minute mark. And we're going to upgrade a right holster and clip capacity in the rifle, but that's much later. And the parts and supplements are unaffected by difficulty, so that's the same.
Anthony, sorry to interrupt.
Go for it.
Just a comment in Discord here. Can you just take the game volume down a little bit?
Game volume down.
Did you see that? Yeah.
Well, I don't think I have control over that.
Turn here, turn here.
Maybe I do. Hold on.
Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Let me check. I actually do have control over that real quick.
Oh no.
I'll lower it
Can't
just
stop
a
here,
tad.
Tommy. Fucking drive through them, Joe. Back up there.
There we
Behind
go.
me too. There. Hold on.
Lowered it a little bit. Okay, and like I said, there's a lot more with Grounded. We'll remember what to explain to y'all, like when it happens. Like ammo drops. On Grounded, ammo drops are more
Hey,
consistent, actually. Like with the pistol, the enemies will only drop ammo if you have 3 or less. The revolver and shotgun if you have 2 or less. The rifle if you have nothing. Shorty if you have 1 or less. You know, stuff like that. So it's very, like, routable, is what I'm getting at. Whereas easy mode, you could have, like, 10 shotgun shells, and then... you could have 10 shotgun shells, and an enemy will drop, like, 6. There's no routing it, but Grounded, it's more predictable.
Give me your hand.
If anybody is wondering what the heck is going on with the story here,
Oh, right, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so America and the world, indeed, is about to be taken over by a fungal infection called cordyceps, which is kind of based on a real thing. Affects ants, not the ant that you're looking at in the corner there.
Not me. I'm good.
We're talking about the 8-legged things. Or 6-legged. I don't know how many legs they've got. How many legs have ants got? I can't remember now.
Yeah, I got 2.
And yes, it's causing absolute chaos, and we're trying to escape it.
Yep. And hard to believe, but all these people are sober.
We're gonna get out of this.
They just keep
Yeah,
tripping
they're sober.
over nothing.
They're sober. They're just stupid.
Yeah. Oh, down she goes. They just don't acknowledge him. I would reset the run over that.
Go!
Everybody in panic runs like toddlers.
You'd find more people able to stay up during, like, stay standing during an earthquake.
Damn it. We're almost there. We're almost there, baby.
All right, we're out of there. Okay, so throughout the run, even though it's going to be a 3-hour run, hopefully a lot less than that, we're going to be skipping cutscenes and also restarting encounter. Now, the skip cutscenes, obviously, we're skipping like the cinematics, but we're also restarting encounter. And restart encounters do different things throughout the run. For example, right here, we're going to restart encounter after the cutscene, and that's going to skip the camera panning down and introducing Joel, like, leaving a building and story stuff.
And talking of cutscenes, we're about to come up with one now, which is extremely tragic. Prepare your tissues for crying. We're about to lose Sarah. They get stopped by a soldier here who's been sent in to stop people from leaving the town. He opens fire, kills Sarah, and we are now 20 years later.
And now, what are they? Joel and Tess is her name. They're smugglers in a Boston quarantine zone.
Now, we're going after a guy called Robert. As part of this smuggling operation, they were supposed to receive a shipment of arms. But not only have they not received them, Robert, naughty boy, has sent some goons to try to kill Tess.
Don't bump into these guys. If you do that twice, they shoot you in the head.
Seems like more people are getting infected.
So, we're on our way to find Robert.
And I gotta make this point clear. The run really picks up at around, you know, we get to kill more enemies at around like the 20-minute mark. But for me, the run really doesn't pick up in intensity until around the 37, 38-minute mark. That's where the first real enemy encounter is. The first, like, stressful part of the run.
What's your business here?
And then there are, like, more strats than I can keep up with. This is the very, like, slow-paced part of the run. Reminds me a lot of Mario Sunshine. You know, you got gameplay, then you got a tutorial, and then you got a little more gameplay, and then you have another cutscene, then a little more gameplay, then another cutscene, and then it picks up at like the 7-minute mark or something. Very similar. Basically, The Last of Us is exactly like Mario Sunshine, is what I'm saying.
And it doesn't matter how many times you play this game, it will still instruct you here how to use a medkit.
Yep, X up R1.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints.
I wonder if I can get past this guy. Let's see. So there's something that can happen here. This guy to the left.
Or we could just let Robert go.
You ever get stuck behind two really slow walking people
I was there.
on a sidewalk or
Yeah,
something?
tunnel looking.
Yeah, we get to simulate that right here. So what we're going to try and do
Where are you
is
off to?
Gonna pay Robert a
just
visit?
You too?
inch our way to his left.
She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene. What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
And
she'd tell me.
this isn't
Well, what
looking
did you tell
good.
her?
The truth. I got no
All
idea
right.
where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey,
No,
you got
I
trouble,
bumped
right?
into him.
Military's gonna be out in force
Whatever.
soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Sometimes you can get ahead of him and then like his collision can launch you down the hallway. Whatever. Let's see if I can push Tess out of the way
Marlene looking
though.
For Robert? What do you make of that?
Nope.
I don't like it.
All right.
Okay, little restart encounter coming up here, which it just stops some dialogue and animation in the next room.
Gus.
We were supposed to be way ahead of Tess, and that restart encounter places us, places her
How we looking over
way
here?
ahead of us. So that's another thing the restart encounter does, is it places companions a lot further ahead.
Here.
Very, very convenient.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
There's only like one instance in a glitchless run where we don't allow a restart encounter. There's a thing you can do, only in Grounded, where you can actually, in like 6 different areas, you can duplicate a nail bomb by throwing one or dropping one, restarting encounter, and then it just like
Freaks.
duplicates it. That's not allowed in this category, but like pretty much everything else regarding a restart encounter is allowed. Grounded's very glitchy. Naturally glitchy. And we do take advantage of that throughout this run, despite it being glitchless. There's a lot of things where it's just like, anyone who hasn't seen a run of this before, you're just going to be like,
Shots count.
He did a glitch in Glitchless. What's going on? And you're gonna sound exactly like that too. But we're pretty lenient on what is and isn't allowed in this category because this game is just not designed to go fast. It's not. Shocking. I know.
All right, Texas. Boost me up.
I'm beginning to think Naughty Dog didn't have speedrunning in mind when they made The Last of Us. 6 years later, that might just be the
how
case.
can you say that? Gosh.
Come on.
Is it okay for me to read a couple donations?
Yes, you can.
All right. We have $20 from Anonymous. Thank you. And we've got $20 from Gunpee. Good luck with the run, guys. Here's to another accidental world record.
Yes, I've been running this game and category for around 5.5 years with not many breaks in between. This is like my thing.
It's got to be around here somewhere.
And I got a new world record just yesterday. After I like broke my back trying to get I go on stretches like 4 or 5 months without getting a record, and I got one recently that I was really happy with. I broke a minute barrier that I never thought was possible, and then I got a new record yesterday. Just warming up for today.
Must be thinking of someone.
It was crazy, unexpected. Speedrunning's weird, and I love it so much.
So I do want to remind everyone that there is a poll on Tiltify for high five or no high five. All of our donations do go to the caregivers at Hackensack Meridian Health for taking care of patients during COVID-19. So if you have a few extra bucks, go ahead and donate and vote in our poll.
Better keep your eyes and ears open.
But remember, donate for no high five. Just, I thought I'd just point that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful.
Yes, at like the 1 hour and 50 minute mark, you can choose to high five Ellie, a character coming up, or you can choose to leave her hanging. If you leave her hanging, she'll make you feel really bad about yourself. But
we don't. We just don't feel bad about ourselves at all.
It's slower to high five her. It's like save or kill the animals. Sort of the same thing. Okay, here we go. You guys were waiting for this. First enemy encounter. We have runners, which are the first stages of the cordyceps infection. We're gonna get 3 headshots here. Hopefully, that's the plan. There we go.
All right, that's all of them.
Let's hope so.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Now that, right before the fight, I picked up a gun. It had 1 bullet in it. On every other difficulty, it has 2. So there's just the more limiting parts of grounded mode. And what else? So that using 3 bullets was planned ahead of time. The next enemy encounter, I'm gonna headshot. I'm gonna kill 2 enemies with 2 bullets. So I'm guaranteed to get a drop of 3 from one of them because I have 3 or less. And just the years I've been running this, the first guy I kill always drops 3. Always.
Here.
Also, a fun fact, this game behaves differently if you're like loading in a file and playing from there versus starting from the beginning. Like the enemies coming up, normally the first guy always drops 3, but if you're practicing it and loading in a file, he doesn't drop 3. Which is why we can never ever like start the timer later. Or like start the run at a later section.
Make sure there ain't any
We have to start it from the beginning.
Anthony, somebody in chat has just mentioned petting Buckley.
I can't. Petting Buckley actually like does lose time because I can maybe get ahead of Tommy at when we're walking, but that one actually does lose time. I don't know. We'll try. Maybe. No, I gotta pick up the 5 parts outside of the dam and then going back for him. I don't know.
Hey, little man.
We'll see what kind of mood I'm in.
No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
Well, it doesn't do any harm here because the little bit of gameplay that we have doesn't change the relevance of the cutscene. We are about to meet Robert in a little bit.
Good to go.
A few minutes from now. And Tess, because Tess is Tess, is going to kill him.
How you doing?
But before that happens, he will confess to the fact that he has sold all of the weapons that he should have given to Tess and Joel to a lady called Marlene.
Where do you think you're going?
Now, Marlene is the leader of a rebel group called the Fireflies,
Go ahead.
who were set up very close to the beginning of the infection,
Who's that?
ostensibly to restore government. That's kind of their primary aim. But they're kind of a militia group with, I don't know, tactics that you might call close to terrorism. So they don't have very much support.
We went back to the wharf. Is there no...
However, she is going to make us a little bit of a bargain. In return for the weapons, we need to transport something out of the city. We don't know what yet.
Here we go.
I keep wanting to hit spacebar for the splits.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn
Okay,
around and
so
head
like I
back
said,
and know what's
we're
good.
guaranteed ammo drops
Our beef
with the
isn't
pistol
with
as
you.
long as we have
We just
3
want Robert.
or
You
less.
don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around
So
and leave now.
there's 2 enemies that we
I'm
have to
not
kill
going
here.
Anywhere without Robert.
But wait a minute, there's
Bitch,
3 enemies. 1,
bash your
2,
skull
3.
Unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
So how am I gonna
Fuck this.
have to kill 2 people? Oh, that's how.
Take cover!
Nice test. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get
So
the
these guys, you can just run up to them and do that. Those 2 enemies don't react to you when you run literally right up to them. That's strat specific to those 2 enemies. And I got the lucky extra bullet drop. So I got 3 from one and an extra bullet from another guy,
Give me your hand.
which is pretty rare. So nice.
There you go.
Alright, next area. There's 3 enemies you have to kill, and there's a locked door. Now the guy who has the key is the enemy that you kill last. So we want that enemy to be the one closest to the locked door. So we're gonna kill these enemies in a very specific way, so that it manipulates the last guy to hang towards that door in that window back there.
We shouldn't have taken this job.
Hopefully this works. This is honestly my least favorite section of the run.
Spread out and make sure no one's creeping around in here.
Okay. Very nice. A little slow on the punches there, but I didn't want to waste any ammo. Nice. Alright, now just keeping up with the ammo conservation and doing this efficiently. There we go, 2 more enemies up here. Beautiful. Alright, for marathon safety, I'm grabbing the extra med kit. And
You just slow us down.
alright, I want 2 bullets leaving here. Alright, playing it safe. If I was going for record attempts, I would skip the medkit and just hop down. Now later on in the run, we're going to pick up a medkit which introduces us to crafting our own. That medkit doesn't count. So when I say picking up our first medkit, that one I picked up there doesn't count. Alright, just remember that because there's a strat that's very difficult to explain later. Alright, also in the speedrun, we do this a lot. If you sprint the entire way, you're going to get alerted, you're going to get shot, and you're going to die very quickly. So what we do is we stop sprinting for like a second and then start up again, and it gives off the impression that like we sprinted through the entire area. So getting alerted there is part of the strat. That guy decided to do finger guns behind me, so we can just keep on running. And that's that. Beautiful.
want to talk, Robert?
That was a
So,
spotless
Here's
slums.
Robert.
Put your gun down.
Hello, Robert.
Go fuck yourself!
Language,
He's
Robert.
running.
You
Robert!
get so angry you throw a gun at someone?
Come on, he ran in here. We almost got him.
This is one of the rare... This is, I think, the only spot in the game where if you don't do this quickly, you actually, like, game over. You don't die, you just game over. It fades to black and it's just like, Robert got away. It's just like, okay.
We gotta move.
Kind of weird. Not really, like... Because the game over in this game is someone dies, whether you or a companion. But there, it's just like, Robert got away. It's like, game over, I guess. It was weird. Alright, so this is Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies. I think, what does she get? Shot in the stomach, I think. I will say, normally people, like, companions who sort of lead the way are pretty slow. She moves pretty well for having taken a bullet to the stomach. Okay, I guess I should talk about this next. So that was the first of something that we picked up, be it a shiv, nail bomb, smoke bomb, whatever. And now it gave us the... We didn't pick up a blade or binding, but because it was the first that we picked up, the game gives us the crafting ingredients to craft another one.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Just keep that in mind for later, because we're going to take advantage of that. We're basically going to use that to turn one Molotov into 3. Because if this run goes perfectly, we don't need a med kit for anything. Okay, one thing.
From Viperanta there. Ever been so angry you smash a controller? Yeah, I think we've been there.
Maybe once or 7 times.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Let's get moving.
No comment. Okay, so this is the wharf. There's a lot of enemies here, like 7. But the strat here is stop sprinting right here, start up again here, hop over the right side, swing at this guy back of the head, and just run, crouch behind here. Use the brick on that guy, and wow, this is a damageless run so far. I don't know why I said that. I know I jinxed myself, but I'm proud of that. Damageless so far.
Okay, we are about to
Where are we
meet
going, Marlene?
the cargo that we need to transport.
This way.
Now, you may remember from the beginning of the game, Tommy.
How you holding
Now,
up?
Tommy,
Running on fumes.
in this 20 years, one of the things that he did was he was a member of the Fireflies. Which is why Marlene has agreed that Joel and Tess can transport this cargo. This cargo is a little girl called, we all know her name.
What is it again? It's been a while.
Yeah, Elephant, something like that.
Watch Ellie actually be short for that.
We have to transport her to the Capitol building, which is on the outskirts of the city.
Yep. And at certain points throughout this run, you're going to see me crouch walking. That's because the game, at certain points, makes it impossible to run or sprint. But the game will let you walk, but it's very slow. And it turns out crouch walking is actually faster than walking. You just need to memorize the points where the game forces you to walk and crouch walk in place of that.
If you look very carefully, you might see on Joel's left wrist, he's wearing a watch. It's a broken watch. It's the one that Sarah gave him for his birthday 20 years ago.
Yep.
Where is it? There it is. You can see it a little
You
bit.
ever smuggle a kid before?
No, that's a first.
So I can show that off real quick right here. So this is walking speed,
I don't know.
and this is crouch
She's
walking
my
speed.
friend, I guess.
Even if I hold down sprint, you can't run.
You're friends with the leader
Because
of the
story,
Fireflies.
dialogue, bleh, bleh.
She knew my mom.
Yeah. Oh, you might be wondering where Tess is. Tess has gone off with Marlene to inspect the cache of weapons, and she's going to meet us in this safe house.
So instead of just staying in school, you decide to run up and join the Fireflies.
We good for a couple more donations?
Yes. Yes, you are.
All right. Soma says, thanks, Ant, for entertaining runs, and Dino for the legendary commentary. Looking forward to what you both do with part 2. Much love from the Ant Colony. From Jasuki. Sorry, everyone. I'm voting for High Five. Ellie deserves it. Good luck, Ant. From Tim Rock, $100.
Oh.
High Five, Ellie.
Tim.
Man,
And from
madman.
Smiteless, $5. Have fun with the run. Everyone stay safe out there.
Man, thank you guys. Tim Rock, madman. Absolute madman.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
She said there's some fireflies that have traveled all the way from another
Okay.
city. Girl must be important.
Let's see.
What is the deal with you?
I
Some big
like this
daughter or
upcoming
something?
trick right here.
Something like
So
that.
you climb this ladder and you hit the triangle prompt at the top of the ladder, but if you point up as soon as you start climbing the ladder and mash triangle, you can hit the triangle prompt at the bottom of the ladder for a brief second, and then this in-game cutscene starts right away.
Hold up. There's a patrol up ahead.
Okay, we think that we're good to go to the Capitol building here, but we've actually just spotted a little small contingent of soldiers. We think that they've gone, but they haven't, and they actually capture us. Literally in 30 seconds. And in that scene, first of all, we kill the soldiers because we're reasonable. We also discover that Ellie claims that she's immune to this cordyceps thing.
Up this way.
Yep, so there's no one here. Joel's making sure. Ow. And then they're gone. That blow to the head didn't do any damage either. Joel's fine, because video game logic. I love it.
But just after our little conversation here, as you can see, soldiers arrive, so it's time to run.
Yep, now these soldiers are very well equipped. They have assault rifles, armor, helmets. Pretty brutal for so early on in the game. But they do.
Damn it. They're everywhere.
The strat here is just to avoid all of them.
I see.
So, there's 2 up there. Just run past. And try and get this jump right here. Did it perfectly. Very nice. The jumping in this game is so awkward.
A little bit off topic here, just seen a question in chat here. Why does Ellie wear a gas mask in scenes in part 2? It's because she doesn't want people to know that she's immune.
Yeah, later on she's going to be like in a room full of spores and she doesn't need a gas mask because she can't get infected. But she's probably wearing one in part 2 because she doesn't want people to know. Okay. Hopefully I don't get shot here. Crouch. Come on. Good. Sometimes I get a bullet to the back there. And it's rough because coming up I take damage. That's like part of the script. And that has to last me all the way through to the Capitol, which is very inconvenient.
Now we're about to reach another cutscene where Joel is kind of wondering what the heck they are doing. Why are they doing this? He actually wants to turn back. And Tess just kind of says to him, well, look, we've come this far. We're nearly at the Capitol building. Let's just do it.
That was weird. I don't know how much of a delay you're on, but he didn't glide forward. He just stood up in the water as soon as his feet landed. I haven't had that happen in years. Yeah, well. The times are getting so low that you, like, have to focus on little time saves like that. Okay, and the strats are so strict that there's even like stuff like this. You need to climb these things at an angle, or just Tess will get in your way. That works too. It's only the second time she's ever done that. Ah, I love the way this game works. It's like, hold on, Joel, let me go first. I'm gonna run ahead. I'll go first. There's enemies. Oh my god. Joel, you do everything. I'll just stand back here. That's how this game works. And
you hear
it's
Yeah.
annoying.
Sounded pretty far away, though.
Hopefully in part 2 we get some alone time.
For now. Come on.
That is a very sore subject of mine, is companion help in this game. You don't want to get me going on a rant with that.
Over here.
Because this game has like plus signs. They'll just be like, Joel, I need your help, and a plus sign fills in over their head. If it fills in, they die and it's game over, and the game checkpoints you.
Now, this section here, this office building,
Damn it.
it's worth bearing in mind that the whole thing, as you can see, is on an angle,
Years of infectional duty.
which plays havoc, absolute havoc, with combat.
Yeah.
Now, there used to be a strat at the end of this section that we call the downtown fight. Anthony has actually changed the strat that he used. And part of the reason for that is that with this thing being on an angle, you can swing at something and it just doesn't work. Oh, incidentally, you guys, you're going to be mashing your square button here. Don't bother.
Don't have to hit square there. Yep. Now, unfortunately, that's the scripted damage I was talking about. You can't see your heads-up display on grounded, but you have 5 bars of health as Joel in a new game file. That clicker took away 2 bars of health, so now I have 3. And that health has to last me the rest of the capital. Once we get to Billstown, the game gives us our health back. And also, I made sure to leave the slums with 2 bullets, because if you have 2 or less, won't work if you have 3. This clicker will drop 3. So now I have like the most health I could have, the most ammo I could have here with 5. It's okay if you have 4. Very convenient. Alright, I guess we didn't talk about the stages of infected. So we have runners, stalkers, which only appear twice in this game. I hate them a lot. And right here we have clickers, who are blind, but use this clicking noise to hear. Basically on any difficulty, even easy mode, if they touch you, game over. You're dead. It rips out your throat. I'm going to try my best not to show that. And then there's bloaters, which is just a big blob of infection. And it's the same thing as a clicker, but they're a little more on offense. So here the strat is to just run past them and get over here.
Yeah, bloaters actually throw balls of infection spores at you, which can do a lot of damage.
Oh, especially on grounded. You're in that cloud for 3 whole seconds, I'd say. You're probably dead.
There you go, ladies.
Okay, now there's a couple things. I told you to remember the inventory manipulations. So throughout this building, the game wants us to pick up a med kit.
This is crazy.
But I don't want to, because med kits and Molotovs require the same crafting ingredients. So what I want to do is pick up a Molotov, then craft another Molotov because it was the first one we picked up, and then pick up another med kit. So then it will give us another thing of rags and alcohol to craft another Molotov. That's the easiest I can describe it. This is where the run really gets going here. And also, we're coming up on the one of the tougher fights in the run, even though it's so early on, is the downtown fight. There's 4 runners and a clicker. Yeah, something like that. Now, throwing a brick or bottle at an infected and then swinging a melee weapon at it is an insta-kill, so we are going to use that to our advantage. We're not picking up the revolver or the medkit, I'll mention that later, but let's see how this goes.
As I've mentioned on previous streams that we've done, if you're not familiar with this game, you can easily spend an hour trying to get through this section. And we are doing it in 25, 30 seconds.
Perfect. That was a perfect
Beautiful.
downtown. So as you can see, throwing a brick or bottle at someone and then
Tess, go.
Swinging a melee weapon at them is an insta-kill. Okay, now notice we missed picking up the revolver. That's because that revolver right there, when you pick up something, Joel like looks at it like it's never held anything before. It's like, oh my god, what is this? Like 7 or 8 second animation just looking at it. So we didn't pick up that revolver, and then it forces you to switch out in your holster. So we just picked up a revolver after the fight. You can't avoid the little tutorial for weapon swapping, but you know, he won't spend forever looking at it. So that's why we didn't pick up the revolver right away. And that restart encounter skipped Tess giving us a med kit because we want to pick up a Molotov before we do. The game just keeps placing med kits in our way. The game's just like, Anthony, will you please pick up a med kit? And I'm just like, no. No.
Now, we are about to come up to a very unusual strat here. What you cannot do on a glitchless run is despawn an enemy. What you can do is prevent the spawn of an enemy.
Yes. Well, you can't despawn. You can. We do despawn some enemies throughout this run, but not through like putting the camera out of bounds and despawning and unloading an area. You can do that in a couple sections. But right here, there's supposed to be a clicker underneath the ladder that we exit out of.
Okay, Joel, you take point. I'll watch the rear. No matter what, you stay right on his heels.
But if you get alerted before the halfway point, the game never spawns in that clicker. So what we're going to do is almost get alerted by distracting a runner and that clicker ahead with a brick. Now that should have prevented the clicker from spawning to the left of the ladder here. And it did. Normally there's a clicker there. So we prevented the spawn. Because honestly, sometimes even if you're stealth, like crouch walking and stealthing the whole section, sometimes that can just happen. Some parts of this game are held together with like chewing gum, paper clips, and string instead of like good hard coding. Oh, he's gonna take fall
Mama
damage. No,
Ant in the chat.
Actually made it.
Hello, Mama.
Everyone okay?
Emma.
Yes. Let's move.
Okay, right here.
You guys are pretty good.
There are 3 runners up there,
It's called luck.
and
It's gonna run out.
we fire a bullet at a very specific spot. So all 3 rush out the right side of the building. So we are clear right here.
Shit, runners!
To just put this over here and climb up. It's a very close call. That was a really good downtown. It's a close call, but yeah, we're reserving our resources. Is the whole point. Because that's the biggest thing with Grounded is ammo conservation and just conservation of supplies. It may be super convenient to use all your bombs and ammo in this area, but you need those bombs and ammo to do this section. So you gotta find a way to do this other area quickly, but without using that. Because in other sections, there's no other way to do it without using bombs and stuff.
This is one of the sections that I really cannot explain. We're about to do something here where we run past a clicker.
Okay. How do we
You are looking for a very, very specific animation.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I'm going to leave it to Anthony.
Yeah, there's a... Also, I picked up the Molotov, crafted another Molotov, and now, as far as the game's concerned, this is our first med kit. So now we have another thing of rags and alcohol to craft another Molotov, as you can see by the little wrench icon. So we're done with that for now. Yeah, there's a clicker up here. We're going to run past all the infected. There are sections where you have to kill everyone to proceed, and other sections where you can just keep on going. This is one area where you can just keep on going. You don't have to kill anybody, actually. But there's an animation that the clicker does to know when to start sprinting. He kind of, like, twitches his right arm and is flat-footed. You'll see it as soon as I start sprinting as soon as I see it. Right there. And that's the cue. There's enough room on the right side to go. Alright, this clicker can be a little weird, but he's not. Now there's, I don't know how many infected here. Like 8 or 9 runners or something. A lot just spawn in. And Ellie needs our help. But we're just gonna leave. Tess gets rid of the plus sign, and we're just gonna leave them to it. Tess and Ellie, good luck down there. I'm sure they're fine. We're just gonna go up here. Yeah, they're fine.
Now, for those of you who think that you can do that very easily, just remember you cannot jump through the window on the right-hand side because Ellie's plus sign will not go away. It's got to be the middle or the left window.
Yeah, that's a very weird side effect of the area. If you do like the strat that I just did right there, but you jump out the far right window, Ellie's plus sign will fill in, and Tess won't get rid of it, which means game over.
Now, there is a cutscene there, but there's not much to say about it, really. We're almost at the Capitol building now.
There we go.
Yeah, what else?
Home stretch,
I was gonna
Tess.
think of something. Lost my train of thought. So in the Capitol, we're gonna pick up a rifle, but because we want to skip, if we pick up the rifle normally, Joel's is gonna look at it for a while.
I'm glad Marlene.
So to avoid that, what we're gonna do is pick up the rifle, like when it's behind us, and just a little bit up further ahead, like an invisible line in the ground spawns in the enemies. Some human enemies. And if you're if you're in the alert phase, you can't. Joel won't look at a weapon slowly. So we.
And I have some bad news, guys. I have some bad news. We're about to lose Tess because she got bitten.
Yes, she got bitten in that museum.
Go upstairs.
We're still being chased by the military, who arrive, and Tess sacrifices herself here so that we can get away.
Tess.
Okay, I'm not confident with my new capital strat in a marathon setting just yet, so I'm gonna go to the old one. Alright, picked up the rifle right there. To avoid him looking at it slowly.
I got this.
Go, 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 go. Alright, we're good. I just didn't want to take damage there. There's a faster strat, but it's a little bit more risky. Not quite comfortable with it in a marathon, no reset run environment. Okay, we have as much health as we possibly can. We get to go into the room to the right. I don't know what the guy in the middle's doing. Oh.
I see it. Stay low.
That humming sound was giving me the heebie-jeebies. Alright, we're good. That was perfect.
Okay, so what we are doing now is that Tess knows that Tommy was with the Fireflies, and our job now is to try to get Ellie to Tommy.
Yep. Across the entire country on foot. Where the Jackson, Wyoming, right?
Yeah,
Tommy's
on horse
in
as
Jackson.
well, you know.
Yeah, but no, that's later. Like right now, they're still in Boston. They have to go all the way to Jackson, Wyoming.
And did you say Boston right there?
Boston.
Boston?
Boston. It's wicked far. Yeah, I don't know. I live in Jersey. I live in New Jersey, so apparently we have an accent. God. I've been to Boston. Their accents are so strong, it's hilarious. Surprised I didn't put that in this game. Ah, well. Alright, this is just downtime.
Just keeping an eye on chat here. Somebody just asked the question, what does POG mean? It means POG.
That is about as good an explanation as I can come up with.
Okay, for a couple more donations?
Yes.
All right, we've got $20 from Melbourne X.
Nice.
We've got $10 from Thornhill Con. Gotta love an amazing Ant speedrun with some great commentary from Dino. Good luck, my man.
Get on.
We are benefiting Hackensack Meridian Health for taking care of our patients and fighting this pandemic. Every gift goes directly to the Hackensack Meridian Health COVID Response Fund. $3 pays for an N95 mask, $10 pays for an antibody test. So we do have a poll going on right now for high five or no high five. So donate and get your votes in.
Peace. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Okay, for the longest time we would always climb that ladder that Ellie drops, but it turns out as soon as the subtitles pop up, restart encounter, and then you've already climbed the ladder. Magically. 4836 is not terrible, considering I'm doing some slower strats.
Now, there we go.
Not too bad. I have, like, world record on the brain with every run I do. Now. Alright, more crouch walking. Now, I guess I should start talking about this now. Well, first of all, this is Billstown. We're just going here to get a car. Because Joel needs a car. Let's see, what was I going to say? Yeah, more inventory manipulation. So in downtown and museum, we were doing stuff with the Molotovs and the med kits, making sure we had crafted one before picking up the other. We're going to do the same thing here, but it's going to be with nail bombs and modded weapons. So modded weapons are just like normal melee weapons, except they have a blade through them, so if you swing it at someone, it's an instant, easy kill.
Get either one of us back into the city in one piece. Trust me. I wish there was some other option.
Yeah, but we want to delay, just like the med kits in downtown. If you delay picking up one, the game's just going to keep placing them in your way. Just like, please pick them up, Anthony. I'm just like, nope. So we're going to delay picking up modded weapons until after we've picked up and crafted a nail bomb. And we can also most effectively use the modded weapon later on. Because once you pick up your first modded weapon, the game despawns the later ones. So you can only pick up one here. So we can most effectively use one much later. And we like to refer to this section, or this strat, as the Ellie Whistle strat. Ignore the sound glitch that's happening in the background. It always happens here. So the strat here is we're going to spend an extra second in this building. So we picked up those supplements a little bit slowly. And Ellie's going to start to whistle.
Are you alright?
Incidentally, if you get very lucky, that door doesn't spawn in.
Yeah, sometimes that door doesn't spawn in. So yeah, what we did there, we spent an extra second inside that building, which triggered Ellie and her... It triggered the dialogue that's normally happens inside that building, but we brought it out here, and that skipped a bunch of dialogue. What were the lines? Joel's trying to boost Ellie over. It's like, hey, boost me up. No, I don't think so. Well, I can't boost you up. How else are we supposed to get over there? We skip all of that dialogue, and he just boosts her up right away. Only possible by spending an extra second inside that building.
Then what?
And these...
Then we go find Tommy.
And I fired a bullet there to allow Joel to sprint. That's the only shiv we use in this entire run, by the way. It's that shiv door, because we were just waiting for Ellie. It didn't waste any time. That's the strat I get asked about the most. And this is definitely the second strat I get asked about the most.
Would be one of Bill's traps.
There's a plank up there. Normally you're supposed to cross it, and then Ellie's supposed to cross it, but she's slow. She's just slow.
What's the deal with this guy?
So what we do
Help her smuggle
is
stuff
we
into the city.
pick this up and place it as far as we can to the right.
Let's hope we don't blow up trying to find him.
Just watch your step.
I just inch it. I go to the right, then I inch it back to the left until it says press triangle to place. And then you can pick it up from the other side without waiting for her to cross it. It saves like 5 seconds or so.
And as you can see, Ellie will jump down and make her own way up.
Yep. It's weird that the devs put in like a failsafe with that one. Fascinating.
Yeah, how did they know?
Shit.
I'd love to ask them about it one day. Okay, you're supposed to use that clicker to practice firing your bow, but we skipped picking it up because, again, he's going to look at it really slowly, and you can just pick up the bow in the next area.
See that wire? Stay underneath.
All right, get rid of these nail bombs.
He's a good guy. You just
There's a loaded revolver right here.
need some time warming up to you. That's all.
Get rid of that nail bomb. Get this brick before leaving.
Stay close.
And into the Bill's upside-down trap we go. This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you how difficult it is to get body shots in this area. The weapon sway is horrible. So this just...
There.
Go ahead.
What we're hoping for here is to come out of this area with 15, maybe 16 in the clip.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You use your revolver here and you have an infinite amount of ammo for the most part. And it's just an onslaught of runners and clickers. Runners down in 2 hits, clickers down in 4. Now on other difficulties, if a runner catches up to you, you can mash square to punch it off you and get a free headshot. On grounded, it just kills you. So, yeah. You can't let them get close to you. What's also difficult is you don't know how many bullets you have in the revolver. Alright, that was as good as I could have done it. So you gotta keep track.
Hold on.
You alright?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it.
Alright, now that looks like a fridge, I think, or an AC unit. I don't know what that is. The counterweight. It fell over and like pushed us further off the ground. So we're safe. But now we need to keep these infected off of Ellie.
Yeah, Anthony, I was looking into it. It's a big white rectangle.
Ah! I'm gonna start describing it as that now. Oh, missed 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so what I did right there. That clicker was the last enemy in the section. So what I did was I hit it 3 times and then I reloaded the revolver completely before delivering the final shot. Now normally you leave here with anywhere from 11 to 13 bullets if you did it good enough. But because I reloaded it, we should have 16. Very nice. Sometimes you can get 17. I don't know how, but you can. Also, if you get a headshot in that area, you leave with 15. I don't get it. This game's weird.
Welcome to the world of Bill.
Him chopping off that runner's head is the most productive thing you're going to see him do. Most likely. I'd like to be wrong, but that's probably the truth. Also, whatever you do, don't throw a brick or bottle at a severed infected's head. Just don't do it. It crashes the game.
Whatever supplies you may want or need, I suggest you grab them.
Nail bomb, smoke bomb, brick, bottle.
Can't say anything about the cutscene there, but we're now going to go with Bill to collect bits to get a working car.
Come on.
That's what we want.
Yep, there's no car, but there are parts. There are parts in this town.
We have to cross to the other building, up the stairs. Let's move it.
I gotta do a story playthrough of this sometime.
Can't believe you agreed to this bullshit.
The dialogue is just so good.
What you should have done was just
Joel needs a car.
Joel needs a car.
What kind of trouble are you in? Where the
That's
hell
the way they say it. Alright,
Simple drop off.
you need to follow behind Bill really close, and you can get past him at the top of the stairs there. Because he's the one who has to open the locked door up ahead, but we can checkpoint him right ahead of us right here. Alright, this next strat, it kind of sucks. Because if I mess it up, I'm in trouble. So I won't mess it up.
Yeah, I thought the two of you were inseparable.
Basically, if I die here, the game eats whatever I just used. So we're throwing that Molotov around where that nail bomb is, and that nail bomb won't become active until I'm alerted.
So, why don't you fix one of these cars?
Alright, good. One hit. A brick or bottle isn't loud enough. What I wanted to do there was, like, gather all the infected. That should be good. Gather all the infected around that Molotov. And then sprint, get alerted, then the nail bomb blows them all up. Now we also have to keep track of how many hits we have left in our pipe right here.
What do I say about the next cutscene, Anthony? Is it just that Ellie was fixing his stupid pile?
Yeah, Ellie flips him off. That's about all I remember. Yeah, basically we just get a shotgun here. And then we're going to go find a battery in a truck. And that's literally all we're doing to help fix up a car. And what else? We have to keep track of how many hits we have left in our pipe. A normal a piece of wood has 4 hits, a bat has 6 hits, and a pipe has 9 hits. Because the heads-up display is disabled, it's a lot harder to keep track. But we got to do it, because we're going to do a strat in the last part of this section here. This section's appropriately called Graveyard, because not enough gravestones in the entire world to count how many runs I've lost here. My splits, this section is called Rip Run. And it's really just because of Bill. Bill is one of the worst companions in gaming history. I'm calling it right there. Not from a story perspective, but just from a gameplay perspective. Like, he comes across as pretty badass, living on his own for 20 years, setting up traps, killing people with bows and stuff. Then you get him in gameplay, and he's about as helpless as a newborn toddler. But the strats are what they are to, like, manipulate him in the best way. What was I saying before? We need to keep track of how many pipe hits, because in the last section we're going to break our melee weapon, and then if you switch to a gun immediately, we'll drop the gun instead of the broken melee weapon, and then the game compensates you with more shotgun ammo. That's the best I can describe it. Let's do this. Alright, we have 8 hits. I'm out of breath.
I'm on it.
7. Come on, Bill, you gotta kill it. He did.
8. 7.
6, 5, 4. Oh, nice.
5, 4. Perfect.
Bill tried to slice it on the stairs and it did nothing. Okay.
Hold up.
Now this strat right here, I need to listen. Hold on. Now this strat, doing this specific thing right here, should make it so there are no enemies. Alright. Maybe. Hold on.
Oh, Bill.
Let's see. Hold on. Alright, whatever.
It's tied on the other side.
What about going through here?
What, the doggy door?
There you go, see?
Okay,
Plus
3
sign.
hits.
I was able to get rid of it at least. I didn't have to do that section over.
Maybe you should have given
So, whatever. The strat there, that's the second time in a row that hasn't worked. I've had to... Ellie... The strat there was if Bill gets a plus sign, Ellie was supposed to get rid of it, but she didn't. Oh well. I will take it for a marathon. That could always be a lot worse. Just this past Monday, I lost a minute to this section because of 2 Bill plus signs. So, all things considered, that could have been a lot worse.
We're all fine. Let's just keep going.
That probably did cost me around 10 seconds. Alright, we should have 3 pipe hits left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We should have 3 hits left.
Yeah, it's 3.
So what you're going to see is... Oh, I faked going towards the garage door, then going upstairs, so it made Bill move a little faster. We're going to break our melee weapon, and then immediately switch to a gun, and that will make the game compensate us with more shotgun ammo. I don't want to see any plus signs.
Ellie, run! Run!
Slow, slow, slow. Okay.
Oh my word, that was close.
There's another plus sign. And again, pay no attention to the fact that a 14-year-old girl just saved a 20-year veteran of the apocalypse who has a shotgun and a machete. Just pretend you didn't see that. Ugh. 2 plus signs. That's a deja vu. Same 2 spots. All right, I got a lot more shotgun ammo because I dropped my revolver. There's the ammo. All right, good. Yeah, you can do that gun drop thing completely by accident. You just swap out to a gun as soon as the melee weapon breaks, and you drop the gun in your holster. We sort of agreed as a community that that is a glitch. However, it's something that can happen by just without you realizing. I can't tell you how many times I've done that without intending to.
Okay,
Speaking of such,
we think that the truck in here has the battery that we're looking for, but it doesn't.
Yep, so now we're just trying to get out of here. Pay attention to my inventory. We're just going Rambo with our supplies here. Ow! Oh, it's behind us. That's bizarre. Okay. I don't know what's happening here.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a few seconds behind, so I didn't quite see what was going on there.
I have no clue what just happened. I'm gonna... Okay, everyone's dead. I'm gonna wait for him to drop. Alright, pay attention to my inventory. Restart encounter. And I get it all back. It's a side effect of grounded. We don't know why it happens.
Help me open this.
All right, ready?
You can't do that on any other difficulty, just on grounded. That was... The runner followed me from behind, and they didn't get blown up from the nail bombs. That was like the worst high school I've ever seen on my monitor.
Incidentally, Ant, does that give you your health back as well?
Yes, it did.
Alright.
Big bloater. That's a giant blob of infected. So, 1 Molotov, and... Oh boy. 3 shotgun shells. Alright, that could have been worse. This is a sloppy high school. Whatever. We're still going. Alright, so let me explain what happened there. This is a grounded specific thing. Grounded is naturally buggy because it's a DLC difficulty. It did not launch with the game, and it has just natural bugs. If you restart encounter after that section is over, you get all your supplies and health back. Compared to when you started the area. The reason we allow that... I'll let them drop. Oh, nice. They dropped ammo. I've never gotten that lucky with ammo drops. Game's looking out for me. The reason we allow that is because if you hit the triangle prompt too early to get inside the gym, you actually soft lock the game. And the only way out is to restart encounter. So to protect like new runners of this category from like not knowing that, we just allow the restart encounter. That happens in 2 other areas where we also allow it. Alright, and we crafted a nail bomb, so now we can pick up this modded weapon, which we never picked up before throughout this whole town, and we can, yeah, now we can use it here, and we have the crafting ingredients now because we crafted a nail bomb beforehand. We'll have the crafting ingredients to... What can we do? We can craft another modded weapon at Henry's. That's what we're going to use it for.
You should probably search the house. Sure.
And this is where the battery ended up.
Let me know when you're ready to finish this.
Poor Frank.
Bill's partner Frank
Put her in first.
had taken it.
Ooh, my mouth is tired. Alright, I told you, this game picks up as a speedrun. Okay, this is a nice strat right here. Just like in downtown, spawn prevention. So these enemies spawn in out of thin air. It's a clicker and then 2 runners. But what we're going to do is Hit that clicker as soon as it spawns in. You don't have to hit it, you just have to alert it. And that prevents the spawn of the other 2 runners in this first wave of infected. Alright, I got truck push yesterday. Let's give it a try. There's something that can happen here. If you stop pushing the truck, you can only push the truck if both of you are pushing it. But if you stop pushing it on the same frame, the truck will push itself.
Oh, that's not fair, Anthony. Ellie actually gets the truck going. Come on, be fair.
I didn't get it.
Back to pushing.
Ah, well. They look good. I thought I got it. It's hard to get it to the frame in a 60 FPS game. Oh boy. Okay. That wasn't too bad. It was not too bad at all.
Okay, we are about to embark on the journey to Pittsburgh. Not much to say. This is actually the second longest cutscene, I think, in the game.
Yeah.
And there's not really much to say about it. We're just going to drive into Pittsburgh.
Not with Bill. We're leaving him in his town. Thank God.
Bye-bye, Bill.
Can you imagine? Joel, over here, help! For the next 2 hours. Ugh.
Oh, am I allowed to do this? We met in the springtime when blossoms unfold. Sorry, I have to do that.
I admire your confidence. Yes, Alone and Forsaken is like the creepy song playing on the radio in the car. Or a cassette tape, not the radio. Alright, yeah, Pittsburgh, it's just full of scummy people who want to kill people just for a clean pair of shoes or something. Just kill trespassers on sight. So we just kind of drove through. So now we just gotta defend ourselves. And what's the key with this section? We just gotta leave here with 2 rifle bullets to set up a strat later. Literally in the next area. So many plus signs. Some intern at Naughty Dog just must have loved addition at an early age or something. I don't know.
Motherfucker! What's wrong with these
Okay,
guys?
this is a pretty difficult. This section can be messy. So let me focus.
Stay down.
Oh no. No, come on. Oh god. Alright.
Oh, wow.
I'll save it, I'll save it.
Holy shit.
Come on, come on, come on. Alright, didn't save it. Whatever.
You're gonna pay for that.
Let me point out something else I hate about this game. Headshot registrations. It is an absolute joke. Reticle hits right here. Naughty Dog's just like, no, that hit the shoulder or the back. I'm just like, are you sure? And they're just like, yeah, pretty sure. Alright. The strat was to, like, shoot them through the bus as they spawn in. At the end of the day, that only wasted 1 revolver bullet and, like, 4 seconds. You can't do this area, like... How do I describe that area? The enemies will only spawn in over the bus once you've killed 3 enemies and, like, 38 seconds have passed. You need to meet those 2 requirements for any enemy to spawn in over the bus. So... yeah.
Look.
We good for a few donations?
Yes.
Okay, so we have another $100 from Tim Rock.
Are you...
The first dono was for the high five, but this one is for the cause. Keep up the great work. We've got $2 from Maximum Color. Hey guys, for $2 you can make me say oogly boogly schmoogly gaboogly. It's that easy. Now let's have some fun with this. Your turn.
Right here.
Lonely Gun.
Sorry, what was that again?
Oogly boogly schmoogly gagoobly.
Oogly,
Okay,
boogly,
you did
schmoogly,
it better.
bagoogly.
And then $10 from Lonely Gun. Good luck on the rest of the run, and
Where did you learn to shoot?
I wonder if Lonely Gun knew what the total was and was just rounding up. That's an inside. That's like an inside joke. If I have like if the donation total for the stream is like $45, he'll round it up to a round number.
Oh, we've just gone past the most awesome little strat there. Didn't even mention it.
I know, I love it. There's 3 enemies, and we use 2 rifle bullets. And because you get down to 0, the last enemy you kill drops the 2 rifle bullets right there again. So we basically went through without using anything. I love that strat.
But guys, thank you so much for those donations. Absolutely awesome.
Yes. Tim Rock with 200 so far. Madman. Thanks a lot. Oh, and in case you missed it, we just did the bookstore. Do you know how many enemies are in there? Like 11 or 12?
There's more of them.
Because I don't know. There's 3 outside. There's a bunch on the bottom floor, a bunch on the second floor. They got some pretty decent firepower. We just ran through 'em.
Yeah, I think it's about 12.
They saw us.
Because like I said, there's sections where you have to kill everyone to proceed, and other sections where you don't have to kill anyone to proceed. And
Keep at it. Come on.
You know, we're going to take full advantage of that when we can. Alright. A little bit of downtime here. Ellie can't swim, so we always have to get her across bodies of water. Using pallets.
What the hell? Oh, this place is bad.
Always like to say hello to friends in chat. Morna, Scarlet, Viper,
What was that all?
Twister. Hello there, dudes. Willow as well.
Hi, everyone. You know, despite some little problems here and there, this run is not that bad. I would say maybe we're on pace for a high 250 or something so far. Barring any, like, implosions. We're on pace for that, I would say. Okay, let's see. Hotel. This was where the E3 2012 demo was. Switch out to our bow.
Alright. Now you just need to
Ooh,
find a way
almost fell
out.
in the water. Okay.
Do you think those hunters are gone?
We're about to find out.
It's clear, Ellie. Come on down.
Alright, luckily we don't have to do any more inventory manipulation. However, there was a smoke bomb at the start of Pittsburgh there. But we don't want to pick it up because he'll just look at it for a long time.
Jalsuk, good question.
What did he say?
Who am I? Sorry, I was talking to somebody in chat there. Who the heck is Dino? Good question.
Watch your step.
It's that guy. Okay, so this is the 2012 demo.
Oh, shit. Get down, get down.
So we distract the bottom floor enemies with that bottle, stop sprinting between the doorways, and we don't use the staircase, we use this to climb to the second floor. We're going to spawn in the enemies, and then get our last thing of supplements in this drawer. Ellie, move out of my way, thank you. And then I think we got some good RNG. Ooh, that was a gold mine of supplies right there. Got a shotgun shell drop and my arrow back. Very nice. And nobody heard that. And here's the smoke bomb. That's what I was talking about. We didn't pick it up before because we can just pick it up right here. And then there's also some alcohol to the left of it, which we need anyway. So 2 for 1. And if you've ever, like, tried to go for the elevator during an alert phase, what can happen is Ellie will just be like, look out! And there's an enemy right behind you. Those aren't actually enemies that were walking around this building. Naughty Dog actually spawns in enemies right behind you if you try to hit the elevator during an alert phase.
You find me something to climb on. Here we go.
Like, once you hit triangle for the elevator shaft, the game literally just spawns in an enemy out of nowhere at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, so we finally use all our supplements to upgrade weapon sway. I know that might be a weird thing to upgrade, but the fights are going to start to get a little tougher after this, where we start shooting people at long range, and the weapon sway unupgraded is, like, disgusting. I was able to get through it so far because I've been, like, I've been crouched and, like, sitting perfectly still when I fire my shots. That reduces the weapon sway a little bit. But I won't always be able to do that with the strats coming up. And on grounded, upgrading maximum health doesn't really help a lot. You're still dead in, like, the same number of hits. So yeah, we upgrade weapon sway, because I could get by with it up until now, but not after this. We had exactly 50. That's my favorite thing. We always end with just enough.
Sorry, everybody hates the hotel basement.
Yep,
They hate it.
There's stalkers.
But when you know what you're doing,
it still sucks.
Yeah, because there is a lot of RNG
in
this section.
There's a locked door. We need to get a key card and go for the locked door after we turn on this generator. Now, the stalkers don't spawn in until you go for one of these. So we place a nail bomb, stalker spawns on it. Now, there's also a bloater. So what we're going to do is sprint around the bottom floor, like so. That should get the bloater to hop down to the first floor. Get the key card. Now, hopefully... Oh, hi.
Nice. Be nice. Oh, my word.
That was weird, yeah. You don't see that happen too often.
No, I've never seen one on the ramp.
Me neither. I'm glad the brick worked on the incline. I was waiting for it to just do damage, but not him actually react to it. Alright, and everyone's always like, this wasn't grounded. The bloater wasn't there. The bloater was there. We just got it to hop down to the first floor. With the sprinting. Okay, weird swing animation there.
This is a nice little section here.
It's so pretty when that goes perfectly. Ah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is another instance of you don't have to press the square button. Not the second time.
Yep. Here you gotta hit square. Not this fast, but I just like to.
Now, this is great. Ellie appears here and kills this guy for you. For some reason, Joel doesn't really acknowledge what she's done.
Okay.
Look at that.
So, we are now approaching one of the toughest fights in the run. It is one of the toughest. The financial district.
We need to get
I'm going to use
the toughest 20 seconds of gameplay.
30.
30, okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one nail bomb, one Molotov, and 6 revolver bullets. Yeah, about that much. And that's if all goes according to plan. Basically, in like 30 seconds, I'm going to kill 13 enemies. And
potentially with the help of Ellie, who Joel entrusts with a rifle.
Push.
Yes, Ellie will be helping us out on the top floor of this building.
There, how's that?
I'm mashing X, come on.
Let's go.
I don't know. It's the way you're supposed to go, but he just doesn't want to climb. Okay. And there's also a little strat. When I throw the Molotov, at least 3 enemies are killed by it. 2 less enemies spawn in the last wave. Weird little strat there. Oh, okay, here we go. You can tell I dread this.
Yeah, I should have known better.
Good.
Oh. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna do this fight over. That Molotov in the back didn't kill 3 of them, so the 15 enemies spawned in. All right, that puts a rip run to a good pace here. Oh well.
Over there. I'm gonna light you up.
I had to do it over. That was going not according to plan. At least I'm not getting burned.
Come on down.
Dab on the haters, Joel. There you go.
Is this game's RNG?
Yeah, I throw this Molotov in the same place every time, but sometimes it just doesn't kill 3 enemies. There's not a lot of control I have over that. That was a perfect second try, though. You know, at this point in a no reset run, I'm looking for, like, am I good to keep going? I had taken damage. I would have had, like, no revolver ammo. That was a perfect second try.
Hold on.
Oh well, that's gonna cost me what, 30 or I'm gonna say like 30 seconds. Is what it is.
Good thinking.
Oh, climb the thing. Come on. There we go. Oh, when it rains, it pours. So normally you're supposed to take the crate out from under the garage door and put it against the wall, but you can actually climb up from that little curb there. Bit of a specific angle. Got a little lazy there. Alright, let's just keep going.
Busy couple of days, huh?
I think the best time I've ever gotten in a marathon run is like I think it was the ESA run, 2:53:11 or something. So I'm on pace to beat that.
Let's go.
Oh, we're gonna see this military truck later. There's a very annoying vehicle later on.
Which has the license plate run.
Yeah.
It's just... Oh, man.
Financial.
Let's just get to that bridge.
Okay, right here. Enemies spawn in when we get through the doorway. Swap out to the bow. We made sure not to use the brick during the fight because we had to distract this guy. And, alright, Ellie spawned in out of nowhere. That means we lose our sprint because this game's so well coded. Oh well. Regardless, we have to restart encounter here. That puts Ellie next to us. And
Now, there are actually 7 hunters here, but we only have to deal with 4 of them, provided we don't get alerted.
arrow didn't break. That's good. Yeah, it's a super weird, I have no idea why it happens strat, but if you take these 4 guys out silently, the 3 enemies on the 2nd floor of this building to our left, they disappear. No idea why. No idea. But we don't question it, we just enjoy it. Alright. Now, this strat has undergone a lot of revision in the past year. Thanks to... I love when community members come up with strats, and this one's a beauty. I used to have to throw this brick in a very specific spot. I believe it was Scarlet and Willow who came up with this one. No damage. Beautiful. You need to hop through the window, like as far to the left as you can, throw the brick at the first one, swing at the second one, and then you are good to go. black screen. Nice. Sometimes the game just doesn't recognize a checkpoint and then places you at the start of running past that truck in that building. It's annoying, but we didn't get it there. That was probably the worst performed section of this whole run, but we are good on inventory, ammo, health. That's all we can look for.
And we are about to meet Henry and Sam, two brothers who are trying to escape the city.
Or as I like to call them, Bill 2.0.
Well, I call them Useless and Useless Part 2.
Oh, he walked fast there. Henry has like 2 different walking speeds opening this door.
We gotta be
currently don't know why.
Right next to one of their lookouts.
Alright, we're going to try and get ahead of him here.
It's just you and your dog.
And we did.
Yeah.
And as a result,
I can appreciate that.
this in-game cutscene has to have Henry looking out this window, but he's not ahead of us. So what's the game going to do?
Wait.
That.
Get away from the window.
The game teleports your companion sometimes. It's very funny. Okay. This next area is one of the weirder areas in the game, because it's all about killing the enemies quickly, but not too quickly, because Henry has to get to a certain... His feet have to be in a certain position upstairs to progress the section.
What is it?
So we have to kill the... There's 5 enemies, 3 in the bottom, 2 up top. We have to take the bottom 3 out loudly, because that will make the 2 enemies up top go...
Real close.
I don't have any pistol ammo. That will make them run out of their rooms. Okay. First we get this little bit of alcohol right here. Get him. Use this modded weapon, which we only have because of the nail bomb and modded weapon upgrading stuff in Billstown. Now we need Henry to climb ahead of us. If he's trailing behind us, he is too slow.
What you got, man? Let's go.
Alright. Gonna hit his legs here, so Henry hopefully keeps moving, which he does. That wasn't too bad.
Through this.
We just need that dialogue through this door. If we do anything but what we did right there, Henry is just...
And where'd you get that?
Sometimes I've had it where he's literally still climbing the car, even right now. Down below. That was all very specifically done. Okay.
Okay, like glue, everybody. We are about to... Henry and Sam are trying to escape the city. They actually want to join the Fireflies. Stupid boys. But we are going to help them. Sort of.
Can I swing past him? Yep.
And we're going to stick together like glue.
Like glue.
You tried this before?
Yeah.
I just keep repeating that line in the cutscene.
Relax, old man.
Alright, yeah. If you've noticed, we've been, like, really conserving our revolver ammo. We end up using it in, like, the really big sections. Financial, searchlight right here is where we're going to use it again. Okay, we're going to go loud/quiet for the first, like, 3 enemies, and then we're going to go loud. Alright, no one heard that. No one heard that either.
Hear that? Clicker. Yeah, I hear it, but I don't see.
No one heard that.
Time to hide behind.
Alright, they heard that. Damn. Alright. I know. That's that first shot I've been struggling with. Sometimes that first enemy that hops out, he hops out, stands there for a second, and then runs forward. Other times he hops out and then just keeps running. And it just makes that shot really difficult. I only ended up losing a revolver bullet from it. Alright, this guy, I'm just gonna get rid of him.
Alright, check it out.
Alright, I'm debating shooting the gas tank because I'm gonna end up having no revolver and no pistol ammo.
All right, kid, come on.
There you go. Yeah, I might just skip the shooting the tank on the bridge for the sake of safety, because now I start preparing for a later section called the science lab. If I don't have at least 3 revolver bullets,
Okay, we gotta get him
or
on.
2 revolver bullets and 1 rifle bullet, just a 3 one-hit kill bullets,
Bullshit.
I don't know what to do. And I'll get drops later. I'm not worried right now, because I'm going to get drops in
We stick together.
sewers, in the sewers, the dam fight, even university. So I'm not worried just yet, but we'll see if I'm feeling lucky.
Henry and Sam have run off, but we are to be reunited with them. We are going to get through this section here. Let's just do it first.
Good throw. I messed that up yesterday. Yeah, so that Molotov killed 4 people. Now there's a cool strat here. If you just run for the bridge right now, the camera turns around, showing the truck like ripping through the gate, and Joel like staggers. But if you like run towards the back door of the cop car, you can keep the camera on Joel and he can keep running. And I decided to shoot the gas tank.
You cool?
I'm feeling lucky.
They jump into the river here, and Henry and Sam rescue them.
Yep. Oh,
So
and
we're all good. We're all
because-
good friends now.
because a lot of people ask, shooting that gas tank, what that does, if it's a propane tank, if you're just running through normally, the truck detonates the tank, and there's like a little in-game cinematic of Joel like falling down and then standing back up. It's like 4 or 5 seconds long. But shooting that skips that. And yeah,
Come on, kids, go.
I realized I can get ammo back here, dam, and university. I'll have a chance to get some ammo back. And I think I'm also really good with rifle ammo. So,
Right, you go in. Okay.
yeah, we'll play it a little risky here. I got a shotgun shell drop from the guy in the hotel, so I have 3, which is exactly how much I need. So that's good. Okay. Because sometimes throughout this run, if you don't have a certain amount of supplies, not only can I not do the section fast, I don't know how to do it at all. My expertise with this game really like comes from having enough stuff. If I don't have enough stuff, I have backup strats, but not if I'm just completely missing bullets or something.
Can we get out this way?
Yeah, here's some downtime. And I know I'm restarting Encounter a lot, just know that the run is benefiting from every single one. In some way, shape, or form.
Henry, give it a shot. All right.
Like this one makes Henry go right for the wheel as soon as we resurface. That's what that one did.
I'm gonna have a look. Keep an eye out.
It's weird how this run works. The first... this game is broken up into seasons. Summer... He got launched there. Summer, fall, winter, spring. Summer is the first 2 hours of the speedrun. Fall, winter, and spring is the next hour.
Let's go, Ellie.
Oh, there you
Technically,
go.
that
That's
moment
smart.
when you jump through the window and meet Henry and Sam for the first time, that's kind of your halfway point of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Okay, for a couple more donations?
Let's see if that
yes.
generator's still got some juice.
Okay, we've got $2 from Anonymous. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And we've got another donation from Tim Rock of $135.79.
Oh my God.
With the
Wow.
a comment that says odd number donations dedicated to the OCD in the ant colony.
Yeah, I have pretty bad OCD, and people are like they're always cheering and donating in like odd number amounts, so someone has to like fix it. You guys are all manipulative. That's what you are. You're enablers, enabler.
It's a sort of alarm.
That's an Office reference, by the way.
Tim, you are a legend.
Yes, you are. My God, man. Absolutely insane.
Just want to remind everybody that we do have a poll going up for high five or no high five. So get those donations in.
Okay. That was close.
You know, there was a clicker that had been going for a while.
And make all of those donations for no high five. You know it makes sense.
You know you want to. Okay, that was pretty simple. Shotgun. The first 3 runners pick up any ammo they drop, and then pipe the last clicker.
Henry, see if we can lift this.
Okay, now, the second and last area with stalkers. Stalkers, they don't run at you when they see you. They run at you and then hide behind a corner. And then jump out at you when you try and pass that corner. They're annoying. And this strat and section is not reliable at all. But what we're going to do, whether it works or not, is just the best thing this strat has to offer. All we need here is a brick. And a melee weapon. And let's just see what happens. Restart encounter to get more consistent AI patterns. And we need a brick specifically because we're going to do this that you can't do with a bottle. Beautiful. So far.
Perfect.
So to do that little bash over the head, you have to let go of sprint and hit square. You can't do that with a bottle. Alright, we're good. You can still get caught by an infected waiting for Sam to drop the ladder here. Whew.
Is that Ellie? Joel, that's them. Sam!
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Keep running.
The last stretch of this area is an infinite spawn of infected waiting for Sam and Ellie to open a locked door. Now, the way that section works is there has to be 5 enemies in the area. If you kill one, the game spawns in another one. So, logically, you want to hold off killing your first one until... You need to hold out for around 40 seconds, I think. Roughly. I think I timed it out to be around 40 seconds. So logically, you want to kill your first infected, like, at the very last second. Like, get them all the way into this room up here. And then start killing them. And yeah, there's also another little trick we do here. Hopefully it works. I'm going to switch to a bow just in case. Because the way the run works, we don't need any... We need arrows later, but we don't need them right now. It's okay to leave the searchlight with 0. We're going to swing at a clicker. And if you do it early enough... Well, let's just see. You should be pretty good on health, too. Joel. Alright, we'll get 1. So watch. I'm going to take a picture. And freeze! So yeah, side effect of hitting a clicker as soon as it hops down is you can freeze it too close. Alright, I'm saving this shotgun ammo for the clicker. This is getting a little scary. Oh no. Come on! Come on! Ah! My heart! I'm not okay.
Wow. Wow.
Fresh air.
God damn it.
Look at this.
Yeah, you can't do that section. You can't speed that section up. It's just waiting out the clock, really. Sam and Ellie will open the door at the same time every time. You just need to hold them off. And the shorty, unupgraded, is such a bad weapon, as you saw. Okay.
Hey.
Alright, heart rate's returning to normal.
That was a close one, huh?
Alright, Sam here can be a little like Tommy Jr. and push you a little.
We made it out. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Yep. What'd I tell you, huh?
Okay.
Just find a way around to it.
So, our health is in a good enough position to do this strat here.
Business as usual, right?
We're going to take a little fall damage here.
I got a couple of infected.
Because it really doesn't... Not that it doesn't matter, but most of the time it doesn't matter here how much health you have. Because getting hit by the sniper once on grounded is pretty much an insta-kill. There are certain situations, like where getting shot by him doesn't kill you, but most of the time, even on grounded with full health, you just die.
Get out!
So...
Fucking sniper. Did you see where Cat went?
Somewhere down the street. Right
yeah, there's a strat in place for this, so we hopefully don't take any
I need
damage.
you guys to keep him busy.
We're more worried about the guys on the bottom, like on the ground, who have rifles and shotguns and revolvers. We're more worried about them.
Be careful.
Because the route we have in place here makes it so there's always something in that sniper's line of sight. Like right here, hop over the left trash can, run to the right of the stairs. Oh my. That tree is always in his line of sight, but I still flinch every time. Alright, what do we get here? We get the alert sound. That's actually what we want. Weird strat to describe, but we actually want the alert sound. That means we can sprint all the way through without stopping. Do a slow leap into the building in the left window.
To think we could have been downloading part 2 now.
Is it midnight? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's midnight, everyone. Which, well, on the East Coast it is. If it was not delayed for a second time, we would all be playing part 2 right now. Ah! Oh well. Thanks for pointing that out. We would all be playing part 2 right now. It's May 29th. Ah, well. Now I'm depressed. Ah, well. Just 3 more weeks.
It's 3 weeks, I swear.
I swear.
Shit.
Right there, we want to delay killing that guy in the middle so it actually manipulates the game's spawns. So it's middle, right, left. Oh, I missed him. Alright. The strat's ruined. That one. If you just kill him right away, it's right, left, right, much slower. If you delay killing him, it's right, left, middle, right, left. And they just spawn a lot faster, but I missed the shot on the guy in the middle. Oh well. Come on, Henry.
Just want to say something about that last shot that you got there, Anthony.
Hmm?
And the phrase is, in the plums.
What is that? What did you say? I didn't hear it.
Right, now, cutscene. Very, very long. I think this is the longest cutscene in the game.
You might be right. Alright, I made up for it.
It's the end of the summer section, anyway. At the end of this, rather tragically, but we tend to laugh.
Yep.
Poor little Sam gets bitten. and he turns overnight, tries to attack Ellie. Henry kills him and then turns the gun on himself. It's really, 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 really sad.
Shit. Oh, that was intense.
You all right, Sam?
But
Yeah.
at least we have no more Henry
Thanks,
and
Joel.
Sam.
Yep. But I still say he has the nerve to say this. Listen, listen.
All right. We did
it.
What did he do? Can someone answer that? What did he do?
I should move.
Besides, look at this. I'm not down there to protect them, and look what happens. Look at them. Oh my god, help me, help me. Yeah, Sam got bitten there, but he hid it from everyone.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Also, as a little fun fact, so you can't do this with everyone, but after the infected spawn in, this charred guy, all his limbs have hitboxes now. They didn't before, so you can just lop off parts of his body. I'm not weird or anything. Just a little fun fact. Blame whoever made it this way. Clearly, this is what they wanted you to do. And this is just target practice.
Okay, I think he's dead.
I think we got him. I don't think he made it. Oh well. Alright, I think I'm going to go jump off a cliff. I should probably provide a little context there. So, there's a 4-second time save. If instead of like just sort of climbing down the ledges here, you can jump off the edge of a cliff here.
I'm just ready to get
And it
there.
saves like 4 seconds, and you need a med kit because you won't be able to survive a rifle bullet afterwards. So here we go. The wrong angle will kill him, but if the angle is proper...
Tim, the Molly giraffe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have a Molotov for the giraffe.
No, we can't do it because we cannot spare a Molly.
Nope. That's my favorite thing about this category is every single thing besides some ammo towards the end gets used to its fullest potential. I only have a smoke bomb, which I use for the tunnel. That's all that's left in my inventory. Okay, yeah, that's the jumping off the cliff right there. And again, the wrong angle, he'll die. You can't die from repeated fall damage in this game. But even if you have full health, one fall too high will kill him instantly. There are quite a few examples of that too. They tried to hide it with invisible walls, but there's always a way.
Look, I know what it is. I don't know how it does it.
How are we doing?
Oh yes, the incentive is pretty much done now.
All right, so overwhelmingly, the chat has voted for the high five.
I am disappointed, but okay. Okay.
We do have a couple donations. Another one from Lonely Gun 26 for $2.92 with the comment of "Don't mind me, just evening the total," and then $55.55 from Snifford 1981. Keep up the pace. Love your runs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I guess I should talk about the alternative. The alternative is leaving her hanging, and she just says, "Really? You're just gonna leave me hanging? All right, I see how it is. It's just a high five. It takes like 5 seconds." I will point out that at one point I did lose a world record run by 0.7 seconds one time before. So, her saying it's just 5 seconds, people in chat saying, "Oh, it's just 2 seconds." I've lost a world record in a 3-hour run by 0.7 seconds before.
Hey, be careful crossing that thing.
Just want to throw that out there.
Teamwork.
All of you guys in chat, all of you guys who have donated, if this is not a world record, it's your fault.
No, not a chance. Financial made sure of that.
I know, I am too. Let's get past this place, then we can
that Molly throw. I gotta remember to heal. There's actually a new strat here. I don't know if you know about it. Retro came up with it.
Ain't no way around.
It has to do with approaching the door that starts the cutscene. Tommy's just like, "All right, Joel, let's go talk."
What the hell are you doing here?
Instead of going,
Find you
well,
in Jackson.
we'll show you
Trying to bring the plant back to
when we
life.
get there.
We had it working before.
Oh, what the heck has gone on here? Well, look, we have found
We'll get
Tommy.
it running again.
That's the guy who was
Yay!
pushing. That's the guy who was pushing us in the intro.
You guys have horses.
We got a whole lot of them.
Hey, Tommy, give me a hand with this.
Sorry, I'll be right
No
back.
revolver ammo. I'm a little worried about that.
Can I? Yeah.
I'll make up for it with rifle ammo.
You ever ride one?
Everything's reloaded. I gotta heal. Gotta remember that. And this guy has a creepy voice.
You know, if you want, we can
Hey,
take a ride.
I'll do my version. I'm an Englishman, okay, so it's not going to be very good.
Hey,
There.
thanks,
thanks.
Tommy.
Hey,
thanks, Tommy.
Hey, thanks,
No
Tommy.
sweat. All right, let's continue.
He's
the
got
tour.
this weird little voice like this.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Weren't you supposed to head back this morning?
Also, if you zoom in on his face,
Wait for
it's
Hauser and the rest of the boys to relieve me.
kind of creepy, and I love it.
It's just a
All right,
couple
shout
more
outs to
hours,
Twister for finding this strat here. So Maria sometimes takes 10 seconds to open this door, but if you get in her way and when she stops, get out of her way, she'll go for the door quickly.
Maria,
Yeah, go ahead.
we're in the control room.
She would literally sometimes, if you didn't do that strat, she would literally sometimes just stand there for
It's my turn anyway. I'll go.
Okay,
8 to 10 seconds sometimes. There's sometimes she would go right for the door, but it seems like she would just stand there more often than actually opening the door.
I'm sending Tommy over.
So many
Stand
like
by.
good pace runs lost to Maria just
This will be the sixth
standing
time
there.
I'm trying to get the turbines back
One time
online.
I pointed the camera like
We've been here just
towards
a
her
week.
face like
Feels
this,
like
and she was literally just like,
All
her
right,
eyes were crossed. It was weird.
that's simple for you. Last year I went back to Texas, back home. Most of our stuff is long gone.
You know,
Most of it.
Anthony, I've just noticed something. I'm looking out the window here, and it's beautiful, beautiful,
Here.
bright sunshine.
It's a little fuzzy, but it still
And-
looks pretty good.
I'm good.
I've not been to bed yet.
You sure? I mean,
I've said I'm good.
Yeah, it is
okay.
12:13 in the morning here.
I'll hold on to it. for
It's
you.
what,
Tell me
5?
Yeah,
5 hours later?
I need to
12.
talk to you
Yeah.
Oh man,
privately.
props to you, man. Again, thanks for doing this.
No, it's all right. I'm having
Just
fun.
check on my guys real quick.
Yep. How many times have we done this? ESA? And
Uh,
then
4?
this might be the 4th. 3rd or 4th. Alright. This is the one thing that I actually messed up in my old record.
I don't know what you heard, but you should
It
see
feels
the
weird
town.
calling it the old
We're
record
over
now.
20 families strong now. It was Maria and her father. They set up
You
this
need to
place
walk
with the
through
idea of
that
being
door right there at the
self-sustained,
right time so Tommy
livestock.
keeps moving.
Remember how we thought no one could live like
If you
this
mistime
anymore?
it, he'll either turn around or shut the door behind you or just do other stuff.
Adults take turns guarding the perimeter. We can get
Yeah,
lucky
hopefully
five
we
days
have
to
like
plant something.
56 minutes to go. I would take that.
Right?
Who doesn't? But it's the world we live in.
Again, I'm a little concerned that I don't have any revolver ammo right now.
You sound
I'm
like
hoping my
Marlene.
luck will change. Okay, so all the parts that we picked
These
up
two geniuses are gonna bring this
are
plant
finally
back.
all going to be used right here. We've just upgraded Joel's weapon sway with the supplements, but we haven't used our parts on anything.
I'll bet you $1 million it works.
Sure. Make it two.
So we're finally going to use it here, but we got to go downstairs first. Going out here triggers in their dialogue. To the left, watch it like progresses the section, but we also have some more parts to pick up.
Now, we're coming up to a cutscene where Joel tries to pass off Ellie to Tommy
All right, let's do this.
to continue the journey to the Firefly. What you have to remember is that Joel lost his 12-year-old daughter 20 years ago. He cannot be attached to another person.
We did it, boys. Nice work, boys. Somebody get on the
He
horn and get
desperately needs to get rid of Ellie.
Yep.
It's pretty impressive. Looks like you're out $2 million.
So like I said, this is all a little...
Tim!
All right, Joe.
Tim!
Let's go talk.
Alright, perfectly performed right there.
25 gifted subs.
What? What? To me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I got shot there. This is bad. I'm most likely gonna have to do this over again. Oh, not yet. Dude, thank you. I don't have my chat open. I have GSA's chat open. Thank you. Madman. Alright, I got shot there, which means I'm in a little bit of trouble right now. But that means nothing if I can't. Alright, that was good. Okay, so side effect, I have to wait for these flames to go out. That rifle bullet, combined with standing in these flames for 1 second, means he's dead. Alright, there's a lot of ammo in there. That was, besides waiting for the, no, we're okay. Okay, besides waiting for the flames to go out, that was pretty good. Also, I don't know if you noticed, and this makes absolutely no sense, I had 5 rifle bullets, and the game gave me 2 more in the Molotov doorway. So here's the game's logic with this part. I have no revolver ammo. I have 5 rifle bullets. Let's drop 2 more rifle bullets and no revolver ammo. Because that makes perfect sense, right?
Nothing like this. What's going on?
And in the cutscene that we just skipped, Ellie got wind of the fact that Joel wanted to pass her off onto Tommy. So she's not very happy. She's stolen a horse from the group and run away. We now have to go and find her.
Yep. Alright. And because it was recent, I remember it. It was Twitch user The King who came up with a brand new strat here. So you can prevent the spawn of the last 3 human enemies here if you throw a Molotov on the last, like the last enemy that's currently spawned in. Well, let me do it first, and I'll show you.
Too goddamn many.
Time PC Fangirl, thank you very much for 200 bits. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so right here. Throw the molly. Kill him.
That's all of them.
And it prevents the spawn of the last 3 human enemies. I think it's because we didn't... Alright, Tommy, yeah, just don't move. That's cool. I think it's because we don't progress too far into the section to spawn the last 3. So yeah, that was very nice.
Tracks keep going this way.
Oh, and I see someone asking what's my record. It's 249.53, and I got it yesterday. I've been running this game in this category for 5.5 years, mainly just this game in this category, and my fastest time happened yesterday. That's honestly still a blur. I don't know how that happened. I was just doing it so nonchalantly. No clue.
We are coming up to one of the best cutscenes in gaming. Full stop.
That's our horse. She's gotta be
This is the confrontation between Joel and Ellie.
Yep.
I don't know what to say about it, really.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Be careful.
Okay,
Ellie? Ellie?
Alright, because I used a Molotov in the ranch, I can't use a Molotov here, so we gotta go loud.
Going over this way. Go check over there. I'm gonna look around at you.
Alright, I'm gonna do that over. Missed the headshot.
Ooh.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the second run in a row that I've missed that headshot.
Sorry if I seem a little bit retarded. I have a 4 or 5 second delay here.
I think, yeah, you're watching on the stream, which I think is like 10 or 11 second delay.
One of these buildings look like a mirror to me.
Well, we'll head to Central Grounds.
Oh, well.
We'll see most of the campus.
What threw me off there was that guy I headshot with the pistol. Normally he's walking to his right, but there he was completely flat-footed. So I aimed where I thought his head would be, but he just never moved. Yeah, well, I gotta do a drag shot there. Oh well, okay. So
it takes quite a crew to run that operation.
it's everything's working out so far with bombs. We end up having just enough to be able to perform these sections really clean. So this is the last Molotov that we use throughout the entire run. I have a lot of ammo here. I need to reload the shorty. Looks good, looks good, looks good.
Joel changed his mind about passing off Ellie to Tommy.
And that's that.
And we're now looking for the Fireflies.
Revolver, revolver, there's one. There's another. Okay, I can get by with this. Can I? Do I have pistol ammo? Oh, I need to check things here.
I would have wanted to be an astronaut.
That a fact.
Because I need the rifle.
Imagine being up there all by yourself.
I should have I had a brain fart there. I should have used.
What about you?
Okay, I need to check if I have pistol ammo. If I do, I'll be okay.
I used to want to be a singer.
Shut up.
So serious.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm in a position now. If I don't have the right amount of supplies for the science lab, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, a whole mess of them.
And those supplies are, I need at least 3 one-hit kill weapons, which is basically the revolver and the rifle.
Hey, look. Firefly.
And I only have 2 with the revolver. I have a bunch of rifle ammo I can use, but I also need another bullet somewhere else. Oh, I can just use the rifle. I have excess rifle ammo because of the drop.
Watch yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be okay. I just gotta remember to reload it. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. Alright, what are we doing here? Did I reload this? Yeah, okay. Empty shorty. So we need an empty gun for this strat.
Damn it, spores.
Don't touch me, don't touch me. Grabbing that arrow right there. Grabbing this bottle right here. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a little lazy in explaining things. What happens right there is we want to clear all the infected away from this door that we exit out of. But firing a bullet right away creates too much inconsistency, and sprinting right away, you're not alerted fast enough. So what we do is we fire an empty gun, which doesn't alert them, but it puts them like on guard, and then as soon as we take our first step in sprint animation,
more infected.
you're alerted, and it also creates consistency with that clicker that I bottled in the doorway. It's very weird that we have a 100% consistent strat in this run. That is not the section I would expect it to work perfectly every time either, but it does. Thing of beauty. We don't have to use any ammo there. And we're going to use an arrow much later in the tunnel and hospital, so I grabbed one.
All right, let's try the gate.
Okay, we're about to enter the science building, and we will end up finding out that the Fireflies that were supposed to be here have relocated to Salt Lake City, and we will be under attack and have to escape. No. This might be a good time for any donations.
Why would they have infected
if we have anything? I bet we do.
You form a defense, maybe they're doing the same.
Yeah, I could see that.
I guess not. Oh well. It's like, oh, high fives or no high fives over. Oh well. So yeah, this fight coming up, we still got like a couple minutes before we get there, but it's low-key one of the more painful sections in a casual playthrough. Especially if you're doing grounded, because the enemies just have a lot more firepower. They have rifles, shotguns, shorties, El Diablos. I think they have an El Diablo here. I'm not sure. Oh, and an axe as well. It's pretty brutal. Luckily, it's one of the areas where you actually don't have to kill any of them. But like the walkways are so narrow, you kind of have to, but technically you don't have to kill any of them. What's the amount we have to kill? We have to distract one. We have to distract 2 with bricks and bottles, and we have to kill 3.
Let's look around.
Alright, I'm going to swap out from my shotgun to my rifle, and I'm also going to see if I have any pistol ammo.
Hello?
Just while I'm in my backpack.
There's mankind over here.
It's when I don't have 3 revolver bullets that, like, my
Sit down until we figure out what's going on.
my ability to improvise is tested.
We ain't alone.
See, now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have blown up that propane tank on the bridge. See how it comes back to bite you? I would have the 3 that I need, and then not have to stress.
Bodies. That's good, right?
We found out where they went.
Okay, let's see.
Shit.
Okay, we do have enough. Alright, we'll be fine. This is more than enough.
Jesus.
I stopped to swap out my guns right there because we're startled by a little noise behind us. They're monkeys, actually. And Joel can't move, and he can only walk for the next, like, 5 seconds. So I choose right there so we don't have to slow down while we're able to run. Alright, let's see what I got. So we're going to kill 3 and distract 2. We're also going to shoot a fire extinguisher, which will act as a smoke bomb.
We know where to go. Let's get the hell out of here.
There we go. Did you hear him swing behind me? Jeez. Alright, I'm going to try and hit him twice with this. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Decent. And no black screen. Nice. That was good. It's one of those sections, like I said, you don't have to kill anyone. Once you hit the triangle prompt, all the enemies despawn behind you. And the section was strategically done upstairs, so no enemies would give Ellie a plus sign, because that is a problem. But what can also happen right there is the guy opens the door and, like, tries to push you off the railing, and what can happen sometimes is the camera zooms back. Let me do this real quick. Let's get the guy on the right, get the guy on the left. You have infinite ammo here. The camera zooms back, cuts to black, and then checkpoints you right there at the door. We don't know why it happens, but it wastes like 9 or 10 seconds, I think.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, roughly that much. It's super weird and inconvenient.
Let's get to the damn horse.
Okay. Yeah, so that hurt a little bit. There's a piece
Will Joel survive?
Yeah, that was all part of the game. Can't restart and counter that. He is not doing so well. It didn't look like it hurt that much. It's just a hole through your... It's just a hole.
Yeah, rebar through the stomach. I mean, good lord. Man up.
Dust it off. Come on, Joel.
Just stay here. It's like this house.
Ellie. Those were my friends you killed.
I do like the effects here, how everything gets blurry.
Do this the hard way.
I always kind of like that. Because, you know, despite how good and good-looking this game is, you know, there were some things that they couldn't do in this game because of hardware limitations, like pit humans and infected against each other. This is not a thing in this game. But I always like the blurriness of this section, showing he's just, like, starting to lose it.
Move it.
Oh, and make sure you reload your gun here, because that will guarantee you have 6 revolver bullets when he wakes up in winter.
You're doing good.
It's so weird. But like he's like, "Oh my god, I'm dying." Oh no. You go to reload. He's just
Can you walk?
It's really funny.
Then fucking walk.
Especially if it's New Game Plus. I think he actually does it faster.
Priorities.
Come on. There's the exit. Just a little bit more. Come on.
There was actually a newfound glitch here.
Joel.
Well, it's not new. We sort of knew like that it could happen, but didn't know why. It turns out if you switch the frame rate to 30 FPS right here, and then don't hold forward when we regain control, they'll teleport across the entire room. You're not allowed to do that in this category, but it's quite funny.
Joel. Here. Stand up.
So the strat would be to just not touch anything, and they would teleport all the way to the door. That's with the frame rate switch.
I swear to God, I'll get you out of this. You're so singing for me.
Okay. Up next is my personal favorite section. All of Winter is pretty much my favorite, both speedrunning and casually. But it's also the most stressful. You know, we're talking about the coal mine fighting with David. But we don't do that first. Next, we have to hunt a deer. And normally, you gotta...
Also, if you like rabbits, look away.
Just get the horse.
Yeah, I like that. I like that video of the reaction. The girl's is like, "That's the cutest thing I've ever seen." Shoots it. I love that video. But yeah, normally you have to shoot the deer twice and just chase it around this semi-open world. But there's something else you can do. I'm going to turn the volume up in my headset. You can actually hit the deer as soon as it spawns in, and it counts.
Where'd you go?
Oh.
There you are.
Okay. I had a hard time reading the weapon sway there, so I'm really glad I hit that. Whew. Fingers slipped there. But yeah, you can hit it right there, and it counts, and as a result, a side effect is you can get really close to it for the second hit.
Hold it steady.
Now you can't get too far in front of it, because then it'll run back to the left instead of to the right here. And then yeah, where we need to go is right up here. It's a beautiful, beautiful strat. Compared to chasing it around, I'd say it saves a couple minutes.
We are about to meet a guy called David and his friend James, who Ellie wants antibiotics for Joel.
Oh, great.
So David sends James away to get them.
This place is not creepy at all. Oh.
Okay, and for some reason there's a really long, like, cutscene loading screen here. But yeah, alright, here we go. The key with this fight is to use your rifle ammo before tapping into your arrows, because we need enough arrows for the next section. But this is a difficult fight, especially on grounded, so I'm just going to try and focus.
Okay.
We're manipulating David out that window.
Every shot count now.
I've done this before.
Yeah, just keep doing that.
Alright, run away. I'm manipulating his movement here. Because I'm at 0, he'll give me 6. And I killed these two after I got down to 0, so they're each going to drop one. Beautiful. Can I get my arrow back? Nah, I can never get my arrow back there. That's alright. Alright, so far so good. I'm going to use my arrow on these guys because there's a chance we can get them back. Alright, we can get one of those back.
Don't let them come in through the windows.
Didn't hear the impact of that first arrow then, before it had missed.
Doesn't matter.
Whoa! Alright, can get that one back. Can I know you didn't break, thank you. That was perfect.
Screw it. We're getting out of this.
David shot it at the same time that I did, so it died without me having to stab it. Very nice. And it's like, oh no, I have 0 rifle bullets. David will give you 3 if you enter here without any. And there's a chance you can get an arrow back there if you do that. You have to shoot one of those clickers with something, otherwise it comes in here and kills you.
Okay.
Nice.
You know where you're going?
Another strat here is you can knife past him.
Great.
What's worse is if even once we made it in there, if you died from a clicker after David gives you the ammo, you have to do that entire fight over again.
Hey kid, you all
Grounded checkpoints are brutal.
Fine.
More clickers. Get out of there!
Okie dokie. Here we go. So I'm going to sprint as early as I possibly can and approach the ladder from down here. Now, because I sprinted as early as I possibly could, there's a little side effect that comes with that. If I just do nothing and David boosts me up, a clicker will glitch into this area. But by firing an empty pistol bullet and alerting the clickers, that won't happen. See that?
Here.
Or hear that? So again, we're focused right now on conservation of arrows because we absolutely need arrows for the next section.
You be quick. Keep a lookout.
I know.
And no clicker here. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. You got stuck in the wall. Always cuts it close, but we're fine. You can't get me. Nah, nah, nah. Okay, now for the final, the part 2 of this fight. Onslaught of Relentless Infected.
Yeah, no shit.
So what I did right there was I timed a triangle prompt so perfectly that the fight starts around 9 seconds faster than normal. And I also picked up a nail bomb and a Molotov, nothing else, because with everything you pick up, the fight is delayed by an extra second. Really weird section.
See anything?
Okay, here we go. That looked perfect. I used both of those things because that makes it so you kill them as fast as humanly possible.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
Then you can stab them as they hop down, and the fight is as follows.
Let's go.
David was like touching me, trying to like, I was trying to arrow these guys and he's just in my way. Ugh, that doesn't happen too often, it scared me. Alright, I can't use any more arrows. Both of them broke. Alright, David, over here. I need you over here. Oh, look at their pathfinding.
Come on. Come on.
We're doing alright. This clicker isn't hopping in. Alright, he's just not talking. We're fine. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, that could have all been very, very bad. There were like a lot of moving parts there. Oh, man. I might have to check, retime that later if that's a gold. I doubt it. I got a gold in my record yesterday. I don't know, coal miners has been going overall really well lately.
Let's head on back. Check on that buck of ours.
Man, David, all he does is just walk around with his revolver like this. He doesn't do anything. He gets grabbed, which allows me to stab a runner off of him, but other than that, he doesn't really do anything. But that was...
Okay, we had a little cutscene here. What we learn is that David knows who Ellie is. Not by name, but he does know that a crazy man and a little girl killed all of his guys at the university in the science lab.
What are you waiting for? Shoot her! But David said, David, shoot her now!
So he's on to them. Now what he wants to do is trace back to Joel, so he can kill, well, both of them, maybe, but at least Joel.
Not working. Okay, so there's a strat you can do there. You have to get grabbed by an enemy once. But if you turn the camera backwards when they hop on, they'll just hop right off. You know, it's the weirdest thing I learned in a YouTube video. When an enemy grabs onto Ellie there and you kick him off, that counts as a kill. Weird. Okay, now this is what we were conserving arrows for. We actually have to do this part quietly because on top of grounded being pretty close to a one-hit kill difficulty, you're playing as Ellie, who's even more fragile than Joel. One punch and she's dead. Hell, it would have been 2 swipes from a runner and she would have died. Whereas Joel can handle 4 before the 5th one kills him. So yeah, we gotta do this quietly. Even though we're sprinting at full speed here. Alright, I'm hoping some arrows don't break.
Where do I go?
It's weird, I think you can see it, but the end of the bow reticle is broken right now. Funny, normally there's a little ring around it, but it's not showing up. This is strange.
Here we go.
Oh, ragdoll, ragdoll, ragdoll. That's a good one. If you push the enemy off here, you get a good ragdoll.
A roll!
It's funny. Alright, I have more than enough supplies. Also, this is always fun to show off in a marathon. If you hold down sprint, leaving this tunnel... There we go. Watch. Bloop! And then it goes away when you let go. But she'll T-pose and glide. And it's even funnier when you have the rifle equipped, because her left arm will clip through her body. It's always fun to show off. Okay. Lodge. What's that enemy doing in the back? He turned around. That's good. That means I don't have to worry about him. And I'm going to crouch just before entering.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here.
Holy shit! I don't want to get trapped.
That was fast. Getting alerted doesn't matter, but that was fast.
She's on this side.
I messed that shot up yesterday. is. And that's what we needed some extra ammo there for. And we have one arrow left over. Unfortunately, David's gonna capture us.
Keeping you alive here.
So Ellie ends up captive here.
Just in time for a certain someone to wake back up. The coincidental timing. Who would have thought some penicillin could clear up an impalement overnight? Huh. I love video game logic. I hope it never goes away.
Hell are you?
Oh, come on. Joel is a tough southern boy.
Of course he is, but still. I'm loving the video game logic.
Where'd she run off to?
Alright, I'll use mostly revolver here. Okay, so they'll open the gate when the flashlight flickers. Like that. 2, 3. Beautiful.
Where is she?
That strat's easier on grounded because of the one-hit kill with the revolver.
Over there.
Okay. What's he gonna do? If he's in the middle of the street, I have to kill him. He is not. He's gonna take cover behind the crates, so we can just keep running. Hopefully without consequence. They might fire at me. That's just to trigger in some dialogue. Literally as I say it. There it is.
Finish him off.
Okay, brutal cutscene.
One of the best.
Now, Ellie, Ellie wakes up in a kind of a makeshift prison set up by David, but she manages to escape.
Yep. So she escaped from David. Now she doesn't know where she's going. We do, but she doesn't.
I need a gun.
And the strat here is pretty specific. Even though it's grounded. Just gonna run past him. Hang to the left of this fire right here. Stop sprinting here. Start up again here. Looking good. Alright, I'm gonna do an... It's still a relatively new strat. We need to get alerted by this guy, but we also need a bottle. So what we're gonna do. Pick this up. Get alerted. We got the bottle. That will empty the enemies out of this next area. And we're good. Now we're going to take advantage right now of this game's natural glitchiness. I would say this glitch, it is a glitch, but it's not, we don't make it happen intentionally. So what I think is going to happen is the game's going to break and David is going to soft lock and spawn outside. Yep. I don't know why it happens. It just does. I don't know why. We try and start the fight normally, but the game glitches out, and David softlocks and spawns outside. So what we do is restart and counter to get the fight to happen normally, but guess what? We still have our bottle. The game didn't take it away.
No one that's infected fights this hard.
So we're gonna use it. So we're gonna use it. That was all intentional. I'm just relying on the game to break. So there we go. Second stab. And then just run around for the third stab. Boom. We don't disallow it because, like, it happens, I know, to me every time. It's happened to a bunch of casual players that I know. It's happened to that. The game's just a bit naturally buggy. I don't think it has to do with grounded difficulty specifically, but yeah, we're sort of just taking advantage of the game imploding on itself right there. Normally you don't have a bottle for that fight, only on easy mode.
Keep searching. She comes through here, we gotta catch her.
Alright, that was specifically timed as well. gotta kill him. And that should empty these enemies out of here. Don't shoot me. Go away. Mwah. Perfect winter. Right? I think that was perfect all across, like, everywhere with everything. Oh, and I call this the Pinata Room. There's a bunch of frozen bodies revealing that these people... It was revealed earlier, but they're cannibals. They are cannibals. So they keep a freezer there of the dead bodies. Which Joel has to slowly walk through. But if you swing a pipe right before he starts walking, you can just swing through the room and then like regain your sprint to the next doorway. Unfortunately, you got to treat the bodies like they're piñatas or something. It's the price you pay for speed, though.
And this is the "oh baby girl" moment.
Yeah. So many good cutscenes in like the second half of this game. So many good ones. Literally, you still gotta hold forward here, otherwise nothing happens.
I knew you had
There's a lot of stuff that can happen in this fight
it's okay,
around this
Eva.
area that like glitches the game out.
Ain't no shame in it.
On other patches of the game, what could happen is like the triangle prompt, just like you hit it for that starts the David fight. You hit it, it disappears, and then it takes you all the way back to where you moved the cart, and Ellie's like, I need a gun. Right after you escape from David.
Fuck you.
It's weird. That doesn't happen unpatched. I never mentioned, I'm playing unpatched. It's more favorable for speedruns.
And this is the point where Ellie machetes David to death.
Great
Joel
cutscene.
arrives. He throws his arms around her and says, "Oh, baby girl," which, incidentally, right at the beginning of the game, baby girl is what Joel says to Sarah when he puts her to bed.
Ellie! Ellie!
Did you hear me?
No. What?
Look.
Okay.
Hospital. This is where we get off.
We're almost done.
Let's go, kiddo.
We do have around, what, 16 minutes left in the run?
Feel
16
that
and a half
breeze, huh?
minutes.
I tell you, on a day like this, I just sit on my porch.
Still got a lot of ammo.
Pick away my six ray.
Weird.
Once we're done with this whole thing,
That, like,
I'll teach you how to play
anomaly
guitar.
that happened earlier, I got a
reckon you
bunch
really
of
like
rifle
that.
ammo dropped
What do you say, huh?
in the damn doorway where I Molotov'd the 5 enemies. It ended up not... Yeah, it ended up being used once. Yeah. Alright, there's nothing much
Look at
going
that.
on here.
Another city.
There's some downtime, but then
Another
it picks
abandoned
right up
quarantine
again
zone.
in like 5 minutes. There's a big tunnel that we need to go through, and it's filled with, I'm gonna say, like 10 or 11 runners,
Maybe we cut through here, huh?
maybe 4 or 5 clickers, and 3 bloaters. If you count like all of them.
Well, we could use that ladder.
And we're going to get through that area with a bottle, 1 bullet, and a smoke bomb. And that's it.
Ellie. Ellie.
What?
That's all we need to take those guys out. But I gotta redo my inventory here. I don't have any shorty ammo. Wish I did. Oh well. Let's see here. Arrow. I'll do the revolver and the pistol over here. Okay. I get rid of the pistol ammo just because in case I need some later.
Oh my god.
I can get 5. Nope, without glitching. Nope.
Ellie. Ellie.
Again, we have a long list of rules with this category to
this.
what is and isn't allowed.
What is it?
And we do allow a lot of gray area strats that could be considered glitches, but we don't because they can just happen by accident. Usually having to do with like the despawning of enemies or getting your stuff back after checkpoints. Because that's also going to happen here.
Come on, hurry
Once we're on the other side of the tunnel, we're going to restart encounter, and that will also give us our supplies back, just like in the high school. And the reason for that is, even if you die on the other side, which you can from the bloater, you get your stuff back anyway. So it's something that just can happen. So we allow it for convenience sake. We're really just like, the alternative, we feel, isn't fair. Something happened that you didn't intend to, which would end the run prematurely. We just don't want people to pull their hair out over this.
But there's no halfway.
Because I gotta say, I've been floored by all the people who have given this a try for themselves.
Go wherever you want.
We have a little bit of time. Let me talk about like the categories. There are 7 categories. You have, because you got to differentiate easy and grounded. You have glitchless and any %, and you have new game and new game plus. So you have like a combination of all of them. The only exception is grounded any %. That's not a category. And we also have like a 100% category called all collectibles, where you pick up, you can do any % strats, but you can collect, you need to collect all 141 collectibles in the game. And yeah, we also have speedruns for the DLC Left Behind.
Turned upside down in a blink.
And whoa, his arm there.
Yes, it was.
There's glitchless any % for PS3, PS4, and all collectibles as well.
Losing everything that you know.
And a lot of people are giving it a try for themselves, which I really like seeing.
It's okay, Ellie.
We did just make a new Last of Us speedrunning Discord, but we're holding off on releasing it to the public, like the invite link, until Part 2 is released. With Part 2's release, we'll have like an official... We'll actually have a franchise instead of just 1.5 games. But yeah. I have a bunch of tutorials on my playlist, and we got a lot of good people who would be willing to watch and teach you stuff. Nice community. Okay, tunnel. There's the bullet we use. We're not alerted, but we're able to sprint. So we're not alerted, we're not alerted, we're not alerted. Now we're alerted. And we climb up there so Ellie won't get a plus sign. So she is unplus signable, which is a word now. Alright, here comes the bottle. Get rid of him.
Here, let me push you up there.
And they all get trapped in the smoke, which makes us lose the alert status. I got a little scared from that runner approaching me from the left. And we're good. What a strat. I didn't even discover it. Who discovered it? They don't come around stream anymore. I forget their name. Oh, Simon K. Park. That was their Twitch name. He found that strat.
We're good.
It's a thing of beauty.
I don't think they can reach us now.
Alright, now that restart encounter is so we don't die from the bloater, but it also gives us our stuff back, as you can see, as a result. Because on grounded, if you get caught in the stuff that the bloater throws at you, you are dead in literally like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not a concern on easy mode, but on grounded, it's pretty bad. Okay, now we come to one of my personal favorites, which is the hardest to explain for why it's allowed in this category, but it's just too good. He doesn't really have a name, but Mr. Clicker. Oh, and there's 5 pistol bullets for no reason, because we had 0 when we did that restart encounter to get Ellie closer to us. Okay, so here we go. Let's get it first. So, if you boost Ellie up right away, the clicker attacks her, and you have to kill it. If you can also kill the clicker and then boost her over. What you can't do is alert the clicker and then boost her over. The game won't allow that. But that's sort of what I just did right there. It turns out, when you shoot it, if you turn the camera up and mash triangle, the triangle prompt still remains there for around half a second. So now, Joel, Ellie, and this clicker can coexist. The clicker is a little bit bugged, But what it really allows us to do, you can still die from the clicker. You just have to swing or punch it and then stand next to it, and you will die from it. But other than that, you can like run into it, move it around and stuff. What was I saying? That's not just for show. This section is otherwise just a slow jog. So what that's able to do to us is we're able to sprint. See, this is otherwise just a very slow jog. So we're still doing the Naughty Dog puzzle.
Get on.
Ellie decided to T-bow for a second.
Be careful.
I got you.
Okay, so one last thing here. We need to get Mr. Clicker into this room so we can sprint the rest of the way. And the way we're going to do that is by using an arrow. We can use a bottle, but it's not. He doesn't react to it well enough. It doesn't have to do with actual sound. He's just way more responsive to an arrow, for whatever reason. Okay, that's good. So now he's going to twitch there a little bit, and then he's going to turn and walk towards us. And that's all it takes to keep him in this room, so we can sprint the rest of the way.
Ladder broke off the wall.
Now what?
That was a good split. That might actually be a new
I'll
gold.
figure something out.
I wish I had my actual splits going. Come on. Alright, stay. You stay. Treat him as like my pet clicker. Come here, boy. Good boy. Okay, now stay. Okay, now let me sprint. There we go. Okay, Ellie is going to be in my way here. So we'll just get out of her way. Alright, and then you lose your sprint right there. It's just for that little bit. So all that nonsense of shooting it and boosting Ellie over, turning the camera real quick, it's all just so we can sprint. Because there's nothing else going on.
Come on, jump.
You're gonna catch me?
I got you.
Alrighty. Hospital. That's all that's left.
See? You didn't even need it.
So, in the hospital, we are about to meet the Fireflies, and we are about to be reunited. Reunited maybe isn't the right word. With Marlene. And what we discover is that Ellie can provide the vaccine to cordyceps, but it will involve a operation, or an operation, I should say, that will kill her. Needless to say, Joel is not going to accept that. So he's going to go rampage and save his baby girl.
Yep. Alright, now the hospital is full of Fireflies who have armor, helmets, shorties, assault rifles.
And a very low IQ.
Yes. We are going to get through the entirety of the hospital with a brick, 1 bullet, and 1 arrow, and 1 smoke bomb. The 1 bullet is actually a new strat. I no longer risk it going through the bottom floor double doors. So here we go. Let's see how we do. Right there, I had to let go of sprint when his feet landed. Had to hit his legs there. Okay. That distracts them. Now I'm going to shoot the fire extinguisher. Perfect. Once I'm inside the smoke, they don't shoot you, they don't punch you, they don't grab you, they don't do anything. but it has to be specifically timed. Like, no dilly-dallying. Okay. Now for the top floor. Technically, I can do this with just a brick or bottle, but I have a smoke bomb from the restart encounter in the tunnel. So we're going to use it. Stop sprinting
left.
here.
Have to go left of that pillar.
Yes. Very weird, specific strat, but yeah. That gets them. No alerts, and we're through. Yeah, once you get through the double doors on the top floor, if you have to go to the left of the pillar, not the right. Otherwise, you get alerted the wrong way when you pass through the hallway. It's about getting alerted in a very specific way. That was a pretty decent run.
What are you doing? I won't let you.
You have to kill him. The other nurses are optional, but you have to kill him.
You fucking animal!
And that's pretty much it. We have about 2.5 more minutes of just moving around, but yeah, it's getting through that last door up there, past the smoke bomb, where I'm just like, I know if I have a record or not. Whew. We're done. Feels good. Now I have to ask GSA, can I show off one glitch after I stop the timer? It'll take like 2 minutes to show off. It's very funny. I think I'm like 7 or 8 minutes underestimate.
I said get back! Stop!
I can't see chat. And my record is right here, 249.53. Can I show off a glitch at the end? Or...
I think so.
Looks like we're walking.
Like... Again, this is just nothing. Thank you. Just gotta let the scene play out.
Should be a straight shot.
It's not a glitch exhibition. Hopefully. It's funny though. I mentioned this game's a little broken. I intended to like.
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It'll be worth it. Hopefully. It's real quick. I just like to show it off. I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago we played around with it, and just it's become like a staple of the stream.
Sarah and I used to take hikes like this.
And anyone at home can also get it. It can make for some good wallpapers or avatars or something. And it works even better with photo mode.
You really would have liked it. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
But that's in a second. Right up there is the last. As soon as the last cutscene starts, that's when the timer stops.
A little bit further now.
Here we go. This is my best marathon time.
We killed Marley.
Oh yeah.
Good riddance.
Come on.
Okay, that was a 2:51:36. The timer didn't stop properly. Okay, good. That's my best marathon run so far. 2:51:39. That's less than 2 minutes off the record. Very nice. I will take that. Okay, so we're gonna load up the ranch. This will be really quick. Tommy's Dam Ranch House. Again, it's better with photo mode on, but I'm playing unpatched, so photo mode isn't on. We'll have to, well, this will be enough. This will be enough. This is the part where Ellie takes off on the horse, so you have to take a horse with Tommy and go after her. if you mash triangle at the start of that scene, Joel will get off the horse. He can still traverse the landscape, but he does it on foot, which means the coding in the game, like, freaks out. It just doesn't recognize what's happening. So, alright. And it's difficult to time, but we're going to switch the frame rate to 30 so we get more inputs.
Go back inside. Help the others clean the place up.
Okay.
Careful out there. There.
We got it! Yeah!
Yeah.
The tracks?
Alright. Bye, Callus. I'm just going to leave you there. Alright. You go ahead, Tommy. I'll keep up. You good, Tommy? I'm good. I can run a country mile here.
We'll find her. Don't worry.
Stubborn kid.
She usually pull these stunts.
Nothing like this. What's going on?
Okay, just wait. This is the perfect way to do like a send-off for this game. I believe Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is up next. That's a good one. You're going to want to stick around for that. I may run Last of Us every day, but I have a soft spot for Mario. Alrighty. Here we go. And bloop! Okay. Actually, can we get a little better look if we put the camera right here? A little bit. Try not to look at his fingers. Yeah, that's about it. Again, it's so much better with photo mode because then you're able to do this. And just pause it. Look at his eyeballs and his cheeks. You can get like such great pictures. Hold on. You can get some absolutely amazing pictures. See, come on. You wouldn't want this as your avatar or something? Come on. Okay. But yes, that is The Last of Us. If you would like to learn to speedrun this game, because it is very rewarding, you can join my Discord, which is the Ant Colony Discord, or you can also join, like I said, the newly made Last of Us speedrunning Discord, because with Part 2 releasing, we will now have a 3-game franchise. This, the DLC Left Behind, which has a good any % run, it's 5.5 minutes. Well, my record's 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Glitchless is around half an hour. But yeah, unfortunately, the Discord links for my own Discord and the speedrunning Discord are closed to the public until Part 2 releases because of the Part 2 leaks. And I intend to keep my community safe. Even if you want to follow my Twitch channel, I have it in subscriber-only mode until Part 2 is out. So I know it's inconvenient. I wish that stuff all didn't happen either. But once we're all done playing Part 2, we'll open up everything. DMs, Discord invite links, and stuff like that. And, just because the sequel comes out doesn't mean this game dies as a speedrun. Because I've devoted the last, 5.5, 6 years of my life to doing this. It's full-time Twitch streamer. It's very, very rewarding. Because it's a lot of people's favorite games, and... yeah, I would love to have new people give it a try and see what it has to offer for you. But
And,
yeah, we'll wait till
I
after
do
part
remember.
2.
I mean, this is not kind of just a one-off challenge run stream for Anthony. You guys follow him. Go to Anthony's Twitch channel, for heaven's sake, because he runs this game all the time.
Follow Dino too. He offers like a perspective on the game that I can't. You watch it with cutscenes. I'm usually just skipping them all.
Hang on. Oops.
You alright?
So, hang on. Can I... Oh, wow. That's weird. My keyboard isn't working.
Oh.
Right, so remember, guys, here we go.
But yeah, GSA and Pace, thank you for having us. That was a lot of fun. Got anything else to say? Dino? Is he okay? Dino?
Alright, I give up on my keyboard. Stupid thing.
You there?
No, I'm done. Hey, do you know what? It's a beautiful, beautiful summer morning here, and I didn't get any night.
Yeah, again, thank you for doing this. It's like 6:15 where you are. Again, thank you very much. And again, 2:51:39. That's not bad for a marathon. Okay. I think we're good. Thank you, GSA. It was a lot of fun.